Hey, pre-notification gang. Thanks, Kiwi. Happy birthday, Cool Max. Hope you had a good birthday. Yep, YouTube night. Done Nuke's top 5 recently? Moderately recent. How'd the boys do in the RLCS? Another win. We're in winners finals. Lock top 3, baby. We play tomorrow. Am I playing Sea of Thieves tonight? Nope. Hey Chase, it was nutty. Yep, I will also be watching Moki. I was watching his last 2 games. He's done so well. That last set was looking like classic Moki. So when Moki's up, we'll switch. I've got it up right here. Exit tier 1, Daco. Hey, congrats on graduating, John. Thanks to the Prime Carrot and the resub Haft. Yeah, Rocket League was nutty today. It will be on YouTube. Probably in the next few days or so. Not the whole thing, just like highlights and everything. But I mean, the entire Game 7 is a highlight, to be honest, so probably the entirety of Game 7 just goes. Exit tier 1 Thrash and the resub Borg, and give sub Virgo, Prime Laggy, resub Azet, and tier 1 Good Sprite, and tier 1 Buggy. And the resub Fire Rage. Yep, I've got it up right here. I was watching Moki. I watched both games. The last set, he was looking so clean. Thanks to resub Satorak and the 5 gift subs Daco. And the resub Paleo and tier 1 Love Venom. Thanks, Daco. And the 10 gift subs Azit. Jesus, thank you. The resub Jackson and tier 1 Sheep. And gift sub J. Yep, I watched the Gimmer Tech slingshotting. I'm excited to see the next tournament. See how many people start implementing it. Thanks to resub Kamalikos, Aqua, and the Prime Janitor, and Coconut. The Bits Penguin. And the resub It's Kai and Moscow. And the Prime Nico. Resub Kolb and tier 1 Cyber. Charlie, what is your reason of your new YouTube video? What does that mean? It was just making fun of a douchebag, that's all. Doesn't really go deeper than that. That guy sucks. Thanks to the resub. Quay. $11 a.m. tomorrow. Winners finals. Thanks to the resub dumpster. Thanks, resub Sharpie. Yep, grand finals is tomorrow too. Amber Heard's lawyer actually quit? No fucking chance. What? No way. No, that'd be huge news. I don't even know why I bothered to waste time fucking searching that. There was no chance of that. He's a tier 1 gray. Yeah, it was fun, Leon. Told you. Yeah, same, Alter. Thanks to the resub. Kawauso. You like the owner of the Moist team? Moist Esports is owned by me, Matt, and Danny together. Thanks for 5 gift subs, Cyber. And the resub Altiste in tier 1 Ragnard. You see the German GameStop has Titanfall 3 for pre-order? No, no. I don't believe it. Don't fall for it, Dankin. Be stronger than that. You know better. Thanks to resub Kane in the tier 1, Zaki in the prime Awesome Nut. And the resub J. Have you known about Connor Murphy in the top right? Yeah, we'll probably watch this, but I think it's more of a sad story than an entertaining one. At least from everything I've heard about it, and I know a little bit. Thanks, resub Toxic Shark. And the prime Spaghetti. And the prime Insane Boy and resub Jame and Red Clover. What were the results from earlier? Moist Esports takes it. Game 7 overtime victory over Solary. It was the longest Game 7 overtime in Rocket League history, I believe. It was fucking nuts. Thanks to the resub. Crohn's, Hybrid, Simpin, and the tier 1 Crispy and the prime Liquor. Watch Steve Harwell being chaotic. I've seen every Steve Harwell clip. I am beyond fascinated with him. So I've seen all of it. Thanks, resub Nest. Thanks, Prime. Anti. And the resub. Sure and Deathlord. And the resub Gato. No, we caught up on Johnny Depp and Amber Heard last night. I don't think there's anything new. Thanks for your sub, Spookiest. Famous hitless player actually used invincibility. Oh, is this a cheating scandal? Oh, it's a Hollow Knight cheater? Oh, wow, wow, wow. Okay, okay. Alright, I'm interested.
Now, this.
Like I said, I love seeing cheaters being blasted. I don't know, something wild about it. More so on stream. I think just the stream cheaters are the more fun ones. We've seen this, no? I don't think so. You're thinking of the Any Radiance thing we watched. Thanks for resub Tiny Toxic and the gift sub Weenus. The resub Jint J. The Big Lurch story. We briefly looked at that. I don't think I'd want to watch the Big Lurch story. Thanks the Prime, Big Cod, and the resub Rubbery. Also, someone just reminded me, Light is in a tournament tonight as well. I'll queue them both up for when they're on. He's in Grands right now. It's this one, right? We'll check in. Let me know when Moki's up, and let me know when Light's up. Thanks for sub Daddy, and the resub Squessy and Danny. You just gotta keep me updated, and we'll definitely check in. I did watch Moki vs IBDW. Great set. Lights in Grands right now, though. Oh, they are quite literally playing right now in Grands.
05 here. Light out of the woods quite
You weren't
yet.
kidding.
Has to find a way to take this stock, and Joker can be so dangerous here.
Is Light through winners or
On the
losers?
shield, down air, lands. Oh, but he didn't get the tech in place, so no follow
Good shit.
from
Love
Light,
to see
but
it.
There it is. Nair up smash, the tried and true.
Thanks, Prime
is
Ferda.
enough to get the job done, and Light answers back. 1-1 apiece.
There's a Prime
great
Glass of
response
Milk
from
and the
Light.
resub
Again,
Harry
It's a whole lot of bend not break
and SJ.
mentality here. There was a lot of exchanges where it looked like it was
Yep.
gonna
Oh,
shift
I forgot to
in
queue it
Sharp's
up.
favor, and Sharp's been doing a great job getting these.
Yeah, we're gonna watch the new Channel 5 video. Thanks for reminding me. Not gonna start with it, but we are gonna watch it. There's nothing toss in here, right? Moist Esports did win in Rocket League. Thanks to the resub, Angel. Nothing toss? Perfect. Okay. So these are the ones we will definitely watch, and then free ball it from there. Thanks to the resub, Wolf. We already watched What Went Wrong, Starforge. Oh, Light's looking so nice. And thanks to the bits, Willy. This is a monthly. This isn't like a major or anything. He's just practicing. Just getting some reps in. Rocket League was hype as fuck. Yeah, today went nutty. I think we'll probably start with the Kira video, because I don't know what that's about. You should watch World's Cheapest Mansions. Ten cheapest mansions that anyone can afford. 10 mansions no one wants to buy for any price. I'll check it out, I guess. Exit 5 gift subs milk. We already watched all Liver King. Thanks to the gift sub Faye. Oh, and slap fight. Right. New slap fight. Thanks for reminding me. There we go. Now we got the lineup. Where's the sound? Oh, I just had it muted.
Able to play around. Trump's able to do stuff
That's
like
all.
that. The back air fading off the stage is going to even things up stock-wise.
He'll be able to make it back. That was a huge back.
Just a nice little speed run. There we go.
But that is going to
God
be
damn
a
it.
conversion into his own back air. It's still not enough, though. Sharp is able to hold on here.
Back air just
Looks
never
well,
fucking
but
kills.
Larson, the meters
Makes me
have
so
paid
sad.
here. Gotta be careful here. 22.2% on light. He found the forward air, but won't get anything off the back of it. The down tilt doesn't land. A tech read? No, he rolled in instead. What
Come
was
on, Light,
trying
just
to
close it out.
Roll away was Light. The side beat back
There
to
it is.
the ledge. Forward
Nope,
air
maybe
gonna
not.
land on the platform, threatening a lot of options here. A lot of aerials being thrown out. All
Jesus.
shielded, though,
Perfect.
and you can't.
All right, yeah, I think we start with Kira. One more match there though. Where was it? This is the one that you wanted, right? When blackmailing a drug lord goes wrong. Are you not doing Channel 5? Of course I am. I'm just not starting with it. It's right here. Exit 5 gives subs 1 peon. And the resub OP Gamer and Omar. And Oddball and Lions and the Prime Strawbiku. Hey, Socks. Yep, we'll also be watching Moki when he's up.
LSD, cocaine, and ecstasy are now just a click of a mouse away.
These
He
are
is
some milky.
basically the eBay or the Amazon of the drug trafficking world.
He also allegedly hired a hitman to kill a White Rock, D.C. user.
Was sentenced to life in prison without parole.
Oh, it's the Silk Road story. Oh man, I'd actually completely forgot about that.
For roughly 1,500 years, the Eurasian trade routes that spanned over 4,000 miles played a central role in facilitating economic, cultural, political, and religious interaction between
some
the
cool,
East
man.
and the West. The name Silk Road comes from the highly lucrative trade of silk textiles
bits, Bob.
that were
Maybe.
produced almost exclusively in China.
Thanks to Apex
The
and the
sale
5
of these
gift
highly
subs. Thank you,
sought-after
Socks.
goods is likely what led Ross Ulbricht or Dread Pirate Roberts to adopt the name for his darknet marketplace, though instead of silks, he would be facilitating the trade of every illegal
How long
good
has it
and
been now
service
since
you
Silk
could imagine.
Road?
On January 27th, 2011,
Whoa, that was
I
quick.
came across this website called Silk Road. It's a Tor hidden service that claims to allow you to buy and sell anything online anonymously. I'm thinking of buying off it, but wanted to see if anyone here had heard of it and could recommend it. I found it through this link, which if you have a Tor browser, directs you to the real site. Let me know what you think. This is the first ever mention of Silk Road anywhere on the internet. The user Altoid acting, very poorly, as an intrigued third party
I
with
thought
the
his
intent
acting
of
was fine.
engaging in word-of-mouth marketing of his new
He threw
venture.
on Ryu,
It
the
would be
Prime
unfair
Burrito,
to say
Vindictum, and the
this
resub
action or
Play
post
Ghoul.
was a breadcrumb that led the FBI to the eventual closure of the Silk Road. It was a whole loaf of bread. As explained by IRS Special Agent Gary Alford, the way you found the creator of the website was through a simple Google search. Despite the Silk Road being only accessible on Tor, the browser that gives users access to the dark web, Special Agent Alford knew it had to be marketed somewhere, or how would people find out about it? In 2013,
So that's what I talked about last time we were going over the Tor shit. Basically anything on the dark web. Like, how do you get the word out besides just on the dark web? And I don't remember what the conclusion we came up with was. Like, I get Silk Road because obviously posting forum posts like that, but look what happened there. They got fucked. There's tier 1 Trailith. Okay. So literally just from other dark web word of mouth. Okay.
he simply googled the word Silk Road and .onion
Thanks for your sub,
and
Smokey.
found exactly what he was looking for. He found Altoid. In posts that are still active on bitcointalk.com, he is seen advertising for an IT pro
Nice.
for a Bitcoin-backed startup company and lists an email to contact him, rossulbricht@gmail.com, his real name.
No.
Of course, looking
What?
for developers for your black market operation while using a Gmail account
He's a
with
genius.
your real-life name is not the best way to go about things, and since Altoid was a name that popped up very frequently when searching for mentions of Silk Road, this was enough to get a warrant for that email address. Ross
Makes you
was
some
monitored until
diabetes.
undercover agents tracked him to San
Emperor and Tier
Francisco
1
Public
rogue.
Library, where they distracted him and grabbed his open computer. He was logged into the mastermind of the
Holy
Silk Road
shit.
website.
Oh my god. These numbers looking kind of beefy. Oh god damn it. I missed Light drawing the final blow there.
Losing that first game, but able to win 3 in
Easy monthly speedrun though. Good shit,
fashion.
Light. Let me send him a message. Damn, sorry. Quick message to Light saying congrats. It was good practice. Okay, now back.
And in another tab, a
He's
full
a tier
diary
1 wild
dedicated to the
poos
creation
and the
of Silk
recent
Road
Wisteria and
with his
Gator bait.
name written in there. That is the story of how Ross Ulbricht was tracked and caught by using a simple Google search. During his trial in New York City, a 33-page document was brought to light with direct messages proving that Ross paid over $1 million in Bitcoin to hire Hells Angels bikers to murder 5 people.
Holy
and
shit.
that's going to be the rest of this video. First, I'm going to need to introduce you to a couple of the starting characters. Lucy Drop was a vendor who sold LSD on Silk Road, and his product was good. Eventually, though, he started selling weaker and weaker product before performing what people would consider an exit scam. Friendly Chemist is the first point of contact to Dread Pirate Roberts, who is Ross Ulbricht and the owner/creator of Silk Road. March 13th, 2013. Can you please get Dread Pirate Roberts to message me right away? It's very serious, a matter of life and death. Also has to do with the identities of a dozen top vendors and thousands of Silk Road customers. It's very important, so please get him to message me right away. I will not talk to anyone but Dread Pirate Roberts, so please do not ask me what this is.
What site is this? I might have missed it. What site is he posting this on? Thanks for the 10 gift subs, Trey. Thank you for the generosity tonight. Resub Finrear and Charm. Oh, this is just directly on Silk Road? Can you still access all the Silk Road, like, forum posts? I figured I figured when it went down, all of it went down. Oh, just mirrors? Okay, so I guess just re-uploads of it. Alright. I assume that Kira was, like, literally looking at these recently. Okay, okay. Got it.
Exactly what he asked for. The next day, Ross replied simply, "What can I do for you?" A few hours later, Friendly Chemist
Thanks for
claimed
some
he was
Foster,
Lucy Drop's
Winter, and
supplier,
Rex.
waiting for payment, which Lucy Drop had told him is being withheld by the Silk Road market and therefore by Dread Pirate Roberts himself. He goes on to
Tier
claim
1
that he has
Koku.
put a keylogger on Lucy Drop's computer and can prove it
Thanks
with
for
his
10
login
gift subs,
details.
Socks.
He
Thank you,
gave
Socks.
$900,000 of product to Lucy Drop for $200,000 up front. He accused DPR, Silk Road, and Lucy Drop of working together to scam people, and he continued to threaten to release all the information about the Silk Road users if it wasn't for the fact that he would be paid $500,000. To this, Dread Pirate Roberts responded with the truth. He'd never spoken to Lucy Drop. He had no dealings with him in the first place. There was no deal.
Thanks,
He wasn't
Wonder.
scamming anybody, and
Resub
instead
Meef.
suggested that Lucy Drop must be tricking him. This, however, did not convince Friendly Chemist. He doesn't
Just
believe there
showered.
was no deal. His life was in danger from, quote, not regular people. He just needs to be paid as soon as possible, or he will release the customer information, which would drastically harm the Silk Road business. The vendor information would probably result in most of the top vendors for Silk Road being busted by the authorities. I will get in touch with Lucy Drop and get back to you. DPR wanted all the information he'd harvested from the keylogger so he could verify it, and clearly at this stage, he was trying to verify whether or not Friendly Alchemist had damaging information, which he claimed to have, and how damaging it would be. Sizing up
Hold on. Jesus is going by very quick. God damn. This is like that shit you'd see in a really bad B movie and just assume that it could never be real. Like, just the way he talks makes it seem super fake. When you think of, like, $900,000 worth of LSD being moved, you think of, like, someone, like, really, like, all together, really buttoned up and scary, and this guy's actually talking like a middle school girl here. Just wild. Thanks to the resub Frizzy.
How big of a threat he was to the whole
Thanks to the
operation.
resub Ace.
4 minutes after
Hey, what's
he
going
sent
on,
his reply
Juicers?
to Friendly
Hey,
Chemist, he
Juicers.
also contacted Lucy Drop for the very first time. I've been contacted by a member named Friendly Chemist. He claims to know you and has done business with you in real life. He's making wild accusations and threats against you, me, and other members of the community. If you indeed know him, could you please provide me with his name and address? I'd like to stop him in his tracks by revealing that I know who he is and will retaliate if he does anything stupid. Please don't contact him if possible.
Signed,
I'd like
Heisenberg.
to handle it myself. Lucy Drop didn't reply. Friendly Chemist
the
replied
resub
to
primer,
his message
resub
asking
zombie.
for the keylogger information, stating that he didn't harvest the customer logs, but instead that Lucy Drop, like an idiot, kept in-depth logs of every single transaction he ever made. Thousands of orders, 20 or more vendor identities, 5,000 customer identities, and more. He included a long list of addresses from identities, 5,000 customer identities.
Damn, it's been so long since I learned about the Silk Road thing. I forgot that the site looked like this. Like, actually straight out of old Gears of War forums. That setup is like actual stock template. And they were moving millions worth of illegal shit. Crazy. They put no effort into the UI.
And more. He included a long list of addresses from around the world, which was redacted from the document, but did prove he did have what he said he did. DPR reassured him that he would get in touch once he'd heard back from Lucy Drop, which, of course, Friendly Chemist did not appreciate, since this gave him no clear timeline on when he would be getting the money he allegedly needed to pay off the people who was threatening his family. These people I borrowed money from have been asking me to meet with them and said they don't want to have to come and find me. I'm scared, and you don't seem to even care that you guys are scamming me and putting my life in danger. On March 16th, 2013...
You don't say.
an account by
The
name of
people
Lucy
peddling
Drop
millions worth of
claimed that
drugs
they had
don't
been in
care about
prison
you?
for an undisclosed reason for the last
I'm
7
fucking
months,
shocked.
and his business partner had stolen his operation, cutting him out of the money and the account. This business partner was now allegedly posing as Lucy Drop and selling weak products or scamming using the reputation he had built up. In this message, he asked how to contact Dread Pirate Roberts. DPR immediately saw this and contacted the account. Hi there. How did this new person gain access to your account?
Thanks for some
To which the
Vipix,
real Lucy
Rips,
Drop
and
responded,
Bruh.
stating he didn't
Morga
gain
and
access as they
Spidey.
were partners in real life and they started a Lucy Drop vendor together. He handled the account until he was picked up on a warrant for prior drug
Resub Rips.
offences, and affirming that Friendly Chemist was in fact their middleman for obtaining the product, and ends the message asking this question: how do you know Friendly Chemist? This, of course, is a mistake, the first mistake we see. DPR never mentioned Friendly Chemist to Real Lucy. The only time he mentioned Friendly Chemist was to an account that he allegedly no longer has access to, as it was stolen by his partner
Goddamn.
over half a year ago. At this stage, just to make sure we're all following along with the characters in the timeline, Lucy Drop is the vendor that allegedly was exit scamming and has not yet replied to anybody. Dread Pirate Roberts is the Silk Road admin who is being blackmailed by Friendly Chemist, who alleges he is Lucy Drop's plug and a middleman for some very dangerous people who he owes money to. Real Lucy Drop claims he's the original owner of the Lucy Drop account and he's just been released from prison. DPR now responds to Real Lucy Drop, stating he's being blackmailed by Friendly Chemist and that he's glad he knows him. He wanted the address.
Ooh,
the
he didn't
name,
pick up on that?
anything he could provide. I need his real world identity so I can threaten him with violence if he were to release any names. I can't let him release those IDs. Real Lucy Drop was of course not keen on this idea. I don't know how I feel about that solution. Remember that he also knows my real world identity and has evidence on me as well. I'm sure you are well aware of what would happen to me if my information was to be released. He would instead set up a meeting and try to reason
Damn it, I want
with
to
me.
read the rest of that. I fucking hate what money does to people. I mean, isn't the whole thing about money? I think he's going a little too hard on the theatrics there. Thanks to the resub, Grego and the Prime Lieutenant. No, I just showered. My hair's not greasy. I just got out of the shower.
Released, he would instead set up a meeting and try to reason with Friendly Chemist, to which DPR responds simply, "Okay, Lucy, do me proud." Real Lucy Drop came back a day later with a lot of information, essentially reaffirming that Friendly Chemist would release the information as the people he was dealing with were not playing around. The people he borrowed the product from are a big criminal organization in Canada, the Hells Angels. A plan was presented. The plan involved DPR paying Friendly Chemist what he owed this gang, and in return he would provide drugs to be sold to pay back the loan. Friendly Chemist would also give up his identity as collateral in case DPR was worried of his payment being received and still releasing the documents damaging the Silk Road market. DPR, of course, didn't like this plan. "Give me his identity so I will have leverage in dealing with him. You said you don't know what to do, so let me take over and give me all the info you have so I have the best chance of diffusing this situation."
Really
JC was not convinced by this. "Yes, I do know his identity, but you threatening him will not help the situation. He's deathly afraid of the people he owes money to, and they already know where he lives and where his kids go to school, etc." He was not going to give up the information on Friendly Chemist, not due to the risk of his so-called supplier, but because he was afraid he would turn witness if he got spooked and turn in information about himself, resulting in him going to prison. "Do not bother messaging me again if the message does not contain his personal information. I'm not fronting money to anyone, and I won't be blackmailed. You don't know how to handle this situation, but I do." Dread Pirate Robert's response was final, and this finality seemed to have gotten through to real.
Damn, this guy's kind of hard.
"If you really think you have a good idea to deal with him, I'll give you the information you want about his identity. Please understand why I'm hesitant, as it is my freedom we're dealing with." He then asked how to send over the ID with plain text or PGP, which is an encryption service commonly used on the darknet. DPR then immediately went back to Friendly Chemist. "Have your suppliers contact me here so I can work something out with them. Do not tell them I owe you money. You should copy-paste this message to them." At the same time, he sent a PGP key over to Real Lucy Drop so he could send him over the encrypted ID, which is exactly what Real Lucy Drop did. The information that was sent, however, was not complete. It didn't have a full address.
What was that last bit? Have any job openings?
That was sent, however...
What? Damn, this guy's on the grind. Alright. Okay then. Man's being hunted by the Hells Angels and then just takes a second like, "Hey bro, like, can I work for you? Like, what's up with that?"
It was not complete. It didn't have a full address, as DPR responded asking again for his exact address. At this point in the story, on March 25th, 12 days after the first private message interactions from Friendly Chemist and DPR, a new user is introduced, Red and White. And this is where it starts to get real crazy. The first message reads, "I was asked to contact you. We are the people Friendly Chemist owes money to.
Oh my
we hold
God.
him and him only responsible for the missing product or money." He was apparently only getting in touch to find out what exactly DPR wanted. DPR, of course, wanted to clarify the whole situation. He himself didn't owe anyone any money, but was instead being blackmailed by Friendly Chemist. "I'm not entirely sure what the best action to take is, but I wanted to be in communication with you to see if we can come to a conclusion that works for everyone. At this point, DPR propositions Red and White. You have lots of product, why not sell it on our marketplace?" Red and White, of course, was intrigued by this. "How much is it possible to sell on here if we listed every product far cheaper than everyone else? We have a majority hold over most of the movement of products in Western Canada." He also touches on the Friendly Chemist situation, how Friendly Chemist will not meet up with them due to fear of what they may do to him, how the gang might not want to sell on silk with their Western Canada.
We're just going to gloss over that bottom part.
Chemist situation.
I wanted to read this. Jesus Christ. Holy shit.
situation, how Friendly Chemist will not meet up with them due to fear of what they may do to him, how the gang might not want to sell on Silk Road due to this missing $700,000. If you can get Friendly Chemist to meet up with us or pay us his debt, then I'm sure I would be able to get people in our group to give this online side of business a try. After this message, DPR contacted Real Lucy Drop again, clearly desperate to get the full address of Friendly Chemist now that he has this fantastic offer from Red and White. Why haven't you gotten the address yet? Bring me the address and $1,000 in Bitcoin is yours. He also responded back to Red and White. In my eyes, Friendly Chemist is a liability, and I wouldn't mind if he was executed, but then you'd be out your 700k. Accompanying this blunt opening, he also gave up information he gained from Real Lucy Drop, the full name, age, rough address location, as well as the fact that Friendly Chemist has a wife and 3 kids. The rest of the message is information on how much money they could make from selling product on the Silk Road website. Red and White, however, no longer needed that information. He already knew who Friendly Chemist was, and he also has another prize. We have kidnapped Friendly Chemist's partner Jin, and are on the hunt for Friendly Chemist. This news was exciting to DPR. I understand, and that is great news about Jin. If I understand the situation, he's the one responsible for your loss. Now, to take a quick break and clarify on the roles.
Jesus Christ, I don't remember any of this from the last time I learned about Silk Road.
Is Lucy Drop, the partner of Real Lucy Drop, who allegedly stole his business and used his reputation to scam. Jin would then be responsible for selling the product from Friendly Chemist and therefore owing him the $700,000 that he would need to pay back to Red and White. However, at this point, Red and White clarifies that they are no longer missing any product. There is no loss anymore also. We were able to recover all of our missing product when we grabbed Jin. After some questioning, he admitted he was intending on moving to a different country and setting up a new seller account on this site. We don't take too kindly to thieves. He's gone. This is when Friendly Chemist started to ramp up his pressure. He knows now that his partner has been taken out and he's panicking big time. You leave me no choice. I want 500,000 USD within 72 hours or I'm going to post all the info I have. I can't go back to my home.
Real quick, I guess this may be like spoilers going forward. So when Silk Road went down, all of this went into the hands of authorities clearly. Was that confirmed to be real? Like, that actually happened? They actually did take out that guy's partner? Because I imagine with that Silk Road coming down, all of the information got into their hands. It is spoilers? Okay, so he does touch on it. Okay, sorry. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. I haven't watched the Silk Road shit in a while, and I don't remember any of this from when I did learn about it. Thanks for 5 gift subs, Meef. Appreciate it, man. And the 10 gift subs socks. Jesus Christ. Thank you again, man. The resub seashells.
And I've had to move my wife and kids somewhere else, and I
guess, hold on, before we continue, I'm gonna throw out a theory. I think this is all one big play to try and squeak money out of DPR. That's my guess. Don't tell me if I'm right or wrong, but that's just the impression I get, because it seems like you can make multiple accounts on here without any kind of like real verification process, obviously. So I'm thinking this is all like one big ploy to get like 500k from DPR. And it's all orchestrated by 1 or 2 people, something like that, maybe.
Need the money so I can move my family and start a new life. What's it going to be? DPR tries to calm him down. Don't do anything foolish. The people you owe money to have caught up with Jin and reclaimed their losses. I spoke to them and calmed them down. They are likely going to become vendors here on SR. Now you can calm down too. Go back to your normal life and don't get involved in this stuff anymore. This did not have the intended effect at all. You think I don't know what they did to Jin? You think I can just go on with my life? You don't know these people. I owed them money and I ran away from them. It's over for me. He doubled down on the threat, though of course now stating that he only had 63.
Let me see.
Hours remaining. 63 hours to pay the $500,000 or risk having the identities of over 5,000 Silk Road users exposed for buying illegal drugs and services, decimating a large chunk of DPR's business, and exposing dozens of vendors that would also destroy the site's product supply. DPR's response to this threat was strangely calm. Do me a favor and make it 96 hours. I will get back to you on Monday. I want to work this out, but I have big plans for this weekend and I don't want to have to deal with this. This wasn't a lie. He did have big plans, though they were plans that Friendly Chemist would definitely not be enjoying. As soon as this message was sent to Friendly Chemist stalling for time, DPR immediately reached out to Red and White. This is where his weekend's big plans would be revealed. I hate to come to you with a problem when we are just starting to get to know one another, but Blake, Friendly Chemist, is causing me problems. Are you still looking for him, or now that you found Jin, have you given up? I would like to put a bounty on his head if it's not too much trouble for you. What would be an adequate amount to motivate you to find him? Necessities like this do happen from time to time for a person in my position. I have others I can turn to, but it is always good to have options.
Jesus Christ!
Hopefully this is something you are open to and can be another aspect of our business relationship. Regards, DPR. Red and White was open to facilitating this transaction, though there is no firm price listed as of yet. He describes how they usually handle hits. They're not looking for him anymore for their own reasons, but they could be motivated financially to find him if they could agree upon terms. DPR responded to this with what might be viewed as a slight change of mind on the hit. If you can find his location, that may be enough for me to scare him off. He's trying to blackmail me. Just let me know what you need to make this worth your while. Red and White, however, nudged him slightly with some common sense. If I find his location and you use it against him to scare him, there is a chance he will switch locations again.
Speaking from Turtle God and Nameless
it will
King
become a
and
lot more
Wolf.
difficult to find him again after that, once he knows that there are people capable of finding him. He then goes on to feel out how much DPR would be willing to pay. How much was ending this man's life worth to him? DPR clarifies the reason for wanting to make him disappear forever. He doesn't owe me anything, but he is threatening to expose the identities of thousands of my clients that he was able to acquire working with Jin if I don't pay him off. As you don't take kindly to thieves, this kind of behavior is unforgivable to me, especially here on Silk Road. Anonymity is sacrosanct. It doesn't have to be clean. Red and White now listed the price. It was expensive. Price for clean is 300,000 plus USD. Price for non-clean is 150 to 200,000 USD, depending on how you want it done. These prices pay for 2 professional hitters, including their travel expenses and work they put in. We can use out-of-town hitters if you want as well, but I would not suggest them because they come with an extra cost, and you don't seem to care how he's taken care of. When would you like this done? DPR, of course, was not a fan of the price. He also revealed this is not his first rodeo. Don't want to be a pain here, but the price seems high. Not long ago I had a clean hit done for $80,000 US. Are the prices you quoted the best you can do? I would like this done ASAP, as he's talking about releasing the info on Monday. Red and White now knew that he was in the ultimate power.
This seems like it's a setup.
Negotiation. There's a strict deadline.
I think this might be like a
vanish within
who would
the
work
next
like
24
DEA
hours.
maybe?
And that means it's unlikely DPR would be able to find another hitter in time for less money, especially since Red and White is the one who knows.
I mean, they're just
the
talking via
location of
DMs on a fucking
already.
forum
I'm
site.
sorry, but we
So
can't do anything for that
it
price.
really could be like
Best I
DEA
can do is
maybe?
150, and even that is pushing it. Since you need a rush job done, usually we would charge even more. In the interest of business relationship to be, I could do
There's some
150,
hydrogen and
no
subliminal.
lower. If 150 does not work for you, we're gonna have to pass. He follows up with some information on how this money is distributed, the methods they use for the hits, and then replies again right after to move things along due to the deadline. The time for negotiating was over. He left this message with both a Bitcoin address and finality. I will check the computer in about 10 hours, and if I see that you do want to go ahead with this and the payment has been sent, we'll do it today. If you want a picture confirmation of the job afterwards, give me random numbers and I'll have them write them besides him and take a picture for you. DPR responded the same day with confirmation. Thank you, R&W. I've only ever commissioned the one other hit, so I'm still learning this market. I have no problem putting my faith in you, and I'm sure you will do a good job. The exchange rate is above 90 right now, so at $90 per Bitcoin, 150,000
remember when
is
Bitcoin
about
was 90 bucks?
1,670 Bitcoin.
Holy
if the market
shit.
tanks in the next few days, I will send more. Here are some random numbers for a picture. Here is the transaction hash for 1,670 Bitcoin to your address. Good luck and be safe. The blockchain doesn't lie. He did send exactly this amount of Bitcoin on this exact date to that exact address. This is clear evidence of Dread Pirate Roberts hiring a hitman to kill Friendly Chemist, a result of a blackmail that would expose his customers and ruin his market's credibility. He would clearly do anything to keep Silk Road working as he envisioned. Red and White replied a day
Hold on,
later.
give me 1 sec. Let me just check. Moki's not playing yet, is he? Not yet. Okay. Just needed to check. I don't want to miss it.
On April 1st, 2013.
Exit tier
"Your
1 poop
problem
scoop in the
has been
prime
taken
Willy
care
and
of." They
wheels.
seized a bunch of stuff he had with him at the time as well. They said he had a couple of laptops and a bunch of USB sticks. "Is there anything that belongs to you?" They questioned him and he spilled everything he knew. He said that he and Jin were actually working together on this scheme to blackmail you, and that they were brought in by a third guy who has been selling on here for a couple of years, who is also a scam artist. Apparently he makes selling accounts, sells for a while and then pulls a big scam and just keeps creating new accounts after he does his scams. They got that guy's name also. I will give that to you free of charge when I meet them to get the picture and computer hardware they got. Rest easy though, because he won't be blackmailing anyone again, ever. DPR kept things professional in his response, but he was clearly happy the job was done.
This is
and
like
also
actual
shows
Breaking
interest in
Bad
learning
shit.
more about this third party. Excellent work. Please send any info you can on this third party along with a picture. The picture can be uploaded here. I've no need for any of his possessions, so you can do what you want with that stuff. Thank you again for your assistance. Red and White replied the next day with a long message explaining exactly what Friendly Chemist spilled in his last moments of interrogation. He goes over how Jin and Friendly Chemist were working with a man named Andrew from Surrey. He was defrauding people in the way we previously covered, essentially making accounts, getting a good reputation, selling great products with above and beyond service, and then after luring people into a false sense of security, would do one big sale and exit scam all the money. He listed 2 accounts he knows the name of other than Lucy Drop, which were used by this group: Nipple Suck Canuck and Tony
What a name.
76,
What a
seller
name.
that many people on the Silk Road forums had long since speculated was...
I totally forgot they actually just on Reddit had a Silk Road subreddit. I totally fucking forgot about that. Holy shit, yeah. The internet was wild and wacky like 10 years ago. Thanks to the Prime Luke and the resub Lunatic. RIP Darknet Markets. Yeah, shit was crazy.
actually Lucy Drop due to their similarities of writing patterns, method of scam, and location being Canada.
There's
The
a Prime
puzzle
Gucci.
was starting to fit together and the picture was clear. This group was orchestrating scams for years now, stealing thousands of Bitcoin and damaging DPR's vision for the Silk Road, and he couldn't let them get away with it. After
Maybe
some
tier 1
short back
basic.
and forth about stripping location data from a picture so they could upload proof of the hit on Friendly Chemist, the wheels start to turn for the second murder for hire the DPR would put out on the accomplice. If you can find him, I would like to know. He also confirms he received the picture of Friendly Chemist with the numbers next to him after the hit took place, and that he had deleted the picture for safety.
Okay,
He
I was
wanted
wrong
to
then.
take out Andrew, the
I thought it was
accomplice,
DEA.
but he also wanted to make sure Friendly
It
Chemist
wasn't.
was telling
That man
the
just
truth.
got fucking
I'd rather
blasted,
miss
I
the
guess.
chance to take him out than hit an innocent person. He also wanted Andrew to be held and interrogated. The idea being, if this was the remaining member of the group defrauding his customers, he would have substantial funds that may be retrievable. Red and White, of course, was open to this and sets about the job. I will send 2 of my guys to do some recon right now and find out what I can about him and get back to you immediately. We can discuss price later once we know more. PR seemed conflicted about potentially having the wrong man, but at the same time was way more interested in the potential of recovering tens of thousands of stolen Bitcoin. He's likely to be sitting on many thousands of stolen Bitcoin, perhaps tens of thousands, so I would think we'd want to work him over to get those funds back.
Is it tier 1 Lady
Red and White
Scorpion?
returned later that day with the recon. Apparently the supplier of illicit
Research
products
ship.
that Andrew was using had rolled on him, giving up what he ordered, the frequency of the orders, and his plans to move out of the province very soon. That might be because he's found out about Jin and Friendly Chemist and is now scared. The rest of this message retells the information they got from interrogating Friendly Chemist in more detail and how all the information lined up. He also stated that after finding where Andrew was staying, he had 3 other people in the house with him for a total of 4 in the building. The people were also in on the scheme. They were selling product with Andrew, aka Tony76. The reason these 3 people being in the building and working with him is critically important to the story is that Red and White also talked about a potential 15,000 Bitcoin theft in this message. This means that somewhere in that building with these 4 people, one
As
of
you
which
said,
he knows
digital
DPR already
and
wants
tier
to
1
have
Bobo.
removed from life, could be over 20,000 Bitcoin, which at the time would be worth around $2 million. The message ends Do you want to deal with this Andrew guy, or do you want me to put the team on standby? DPR was led to this conclusion like a horse to water, and he started to drink. I'm confident enough that is him to move forward. Can we round up all 4 of them, separate them, and get them to out each other and give up their stolen money? He then explains how it could be difficult to recover the Bitcoin if the team of hitters are not familiar with how Bitcoin works, and that he would need more information to piece together how much this crew could have actually stolen. Red and White explained that this would be very difficult. He could pull it off, but it would require more hitters, and there are no discounts for group jobs. In fact, due to the difficulty, it should go up in price. However, since the working relationship was going good so far, he would do it for $150,000 each. $600,000 total for all 4 of them to be interrogated and then removed from this mortal realm. DPR, however, wasn't hot on this idea. Not on the idea of removing them from life.
Yeah, I've got it up right here for Moki. It's just he's not playing yet.
Clearly, the dollar sign was the issue, so it was back to the original plan. Okay, let's just hit Andrew and leave it at that. Try to recover the funds, but if not, then not. How much do you need for this? Red and White, however, hadn't given up on this idea. If you want to hit Andrew only, I can have it done for 150 just like last time. We wouldn't be able to do it at their place though, because there are always at least a few of them there from what I'm told, since it is their home office. So we wouldn't be able to recover any of his things. He goes on to give his opinion on the situation and how if these other 3 were left to continue their scams, they would continue to cause issues with DPR and Silk Road. He also offers a discount for the whole package. If you would like to do the others as well, I would be able to have it done for 500,000 USD. If you do not want all of them and just Andrew, it would be 150k. I would prefer to do all 4 as it would be better than having to get Andrew somewhere else and have no chance of recovering any potential product / money he may have. Anything recovered would be split 50-50 with you. This message ends with a prompt for payment. If you would like just Andrew done, send 150,000 USD to the same address you sent the other funds to. If you would like all 4 of them done and product / money recovered from there, send 500,000 USD to the same address you sent the other funds to. This was enough to convince DPR. Okay, I'll defer to your better judgment and hope we can recover some assets from them. 500,000 in Bitcoin has been sent.
This really feels... I still think this could be like a DEA thing.
He listed the transaction hash, and once again, this transaction is publicly verifiable. On April 8th, 2013, DPR sent 3,000 Bitcoin.
But then they did take like a picture or something, so maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I'm on copium.
He previously sent 150,000 for the murder of Blake, aka Friendly Chemist. 3 days later, on April 11th, Red and White messaged DPR to update him on the status of the job. Our hitters have been watching their house, and we have a 1-week window to do it. But I just wanted to ask you a couple questions before giving them the green light. At this point, he talks about the fluctuating price of Bitcoin, and how before they could convert them to real money, the price dumped to 61 USD each. Essentially, he wanted paying more Bitcoin to cover this fluctuation so they were not massively shortchanged on
Bitcoin will never last.
DPR replied letting him know he would be willing to cover the difference, and then there is a 3-day lull in communication before Red and White gets back in touch. That problem was dealt with. I'll try to catch you online to give you details, just wanted to let you know right away so you have one less thing to worry about. Beyond this, the communication fizzles out very quickly, and this is where the story ends. The story of Ross Ulbricht, aka Dread Pirate Roberts,
they kind of glossed over that.
Absolutely crazy. At the start of this video, I mentioned 6 murders for hire, and you may have noticed that we only discussed 5 so far, the 4 people in the house and Friendly Chemist. That's because the 6th murder for hire, the one that DPR claimed to have paid $80,000 for, is a different story altogether, and never actually happened. He had in fact purchased this murder for hire from an undercover DEA agent, and it was aimed at a former Silk Road staffer. Now what if I was to tell you that the other 5 murders for hire, the ones we've just went over, none of those happened either?
Fucking called it, I knew it.
The trial of Ross Ulbricht,
DEA.
where these private messages were first presented, no one by any of the names ever existed. He had been scammed, though he likely never knew this was the case until we did. Him and Red and White, the supposed Hells Angels contact who had helped him get rid of 5 people for $650,000 in Bitcoin, continued to speak using an untraceable method of instant chat. But remembering back to the start of this video, Ross kept a detailed diary of the Silk Road's creation and operation, which the federal government gained access to when they seized his laptop. In that diary, he writes that he loaned out $500,000 after this period to Red and White to start.
Yeah, it wasn't the
vending on
DEA,
Silk
I guess,
Road,
but
and then later writes that Red
what
and
about
White
the picture?
flaked out and disappeared with my $500,000. This means that Ross paid out $1.15 million in Bitcoin to someone who tricked him using multiple accounts, essentially creating an elaborate fanfiction. And honestly, it was a brilliant fanfiction. It used the fact that many users drew links between Tony76 and Lucy Drop due to their
Oh
location
my
being
God.
similar, very similar writing styles and methods of exit scamming, and then he introduced enough real-world elements while keeping the pressure on after discovering the primary motivations of DPR. As soon as he knew that DPR would do anything he could to protect the Silk Road marketplace, he could just constantly introduce threats and also solutions.
Holy
Ross was
shit.
never charged for these 5 murders for hire that never happened, despite the Bitcoin he sent to Red and White being verifiably from his very own personal Bitcoin wallet. He did, however, get charged on 7 counts related to drug trafficking, money laundering and computer hacking, and for this, Ross Ulbricht received 30 years to life in prison, which is where he remains today. As for the money in today's market, the total that Ross was scammed out of was 7,225
God, that's
Bitcoin,
so much.
which on the 10th of April 2022 would be worth $308 million.
What a
As
scam.
for the scammer, during a later investigation, Bitcoins traded from Red and White's account lined up with another seller on Silk Road named Mary Jane Is My Muse, both of which were registered on a Canadian Bitcoin exchange that had the name James Ellingson. The Silk Road is the source of many insane stories, but this one for me definitely wins the prize.
Yeah, I never heard this one. Alright, so it wasn't the DEA, but I did fucking call it, at least to some degree. What a genius fanfic scheme. Holy lord. What's the link to this vid? Here, it's on Kira's channel. Kira makes bangers. You probably recognize Kira from when he was covering a lot of, like, the crypto scam stuff. Thanks to resub red and stainless steel. Wikipedia says it was the FBI and Interpol. Well, no, they just confirmed that the person that was doing the fanfic was just like an actual scammer. What he said is that the hit that he said was a clean 80K hit was a setup from the DEA, and that wasn't real. But in this video, Kira said that the actual, like, sending of Bitcoin to that wallet went to a scammer. The actual sentence was 2 life sentences plus 30 years. Yeah, it sounds about right. Exit Prime Cheese. What about the pic? That's what I keep wondering. They sent a pic with numbers, and the pic isn't public, obviously, but DPR confirmed the authenticity of it, right? Like, he had to have known. So what did the DEA just, like, murder an innocent person? Like, just for the sake of getting this guy? Like, ends justify the means. Or, whatever. You know what I'm saying. They staged it? Yeah, I guess it could have been, like, a shitty pic. I don't know. I guess I'm just used to, like, 2022 pictures where you can really tell if someone's, like, faking a death, I think, right? Like, I don't know how accurately you could pull that off. They stage pics for things like that a lot, do they? Maybe I'm just not knowledgeable enough on it. There's a Prime Star Wars. They faked the moon landing, so... Yeah, true. Yeah. Moon landing wasn't real. Nothing's real. Thanks to get some Trey and the Prime Kins. Today's the 23rd anniversary of The Mummy. Is it really? Godspeed to an amazing movie. Amazing franchise, really. I'm so excited for tomorrow too, Dong. I can't wait. Today was great. If you're in the chat, Kira, good shit again. This video was a banger. Moki plays after this set, right? think so. Alright, what do we want to do next? Let's just do channel 5 next.
Hey, do you guys know what Satan means? Satan means adversary. That means he's your enemy. Why would people worship their enemy? The goodness of God leadeth thee to repentance. I came out here.
Alright, hold on. Is that true? Does Satan mean enemy? Enemy. I'm just gonna assume the guy's right. I don't feel like looking very much.
They're having this Satan con here, and they're celebrating evil, human sacrifice, war, murder, lies. The powers that be, the United Nations, is at war against the American people and against the children. A lot of people don't understand that Hitler actually won the war. In 1963, they had banned the Bible in public schools.
Holy
in
shit.
1966, the Church of Satan was founded in San Francisco. The Roman Empire never died. The Pope is the one saying that the vaccine is a mandate, and that's why the United Nations is the product of...
You're showing the rest of the people that's coming around here what you are.
Then you're gonna end up in hell. You sell your soul. You sold your soul for...
What is happening?
Oh, what? Your wife doesn't want to give you pussy? Oh, wait, you're gay?
Look, lady,
Oh, God doesn't like that.
what you're talking about is a physical thing. We're talking about something that goes a lot deeper. You don't really love anyone except yourself.
What is...
Want to give me a hug?
What is going
I want
on?
to give you a hug.
You're acting like a prostitute. You're dancing on the street like a whore. I'm a repentant whore.
You used to have a lot of sex?
I've done everything she's done and worse.
Have you done anal?
No, you haven't.
That's evil. That's disgusting.
All right, so these shoes are Demonias. I bought them yesterday, actually, and this
The
is what I
butthole
wore
is
to
the
drink
portal
at
of hell.
Tell us about your outfit.
No, I'm not.
Okay, Vans, size 9.5 Vans high tops. Black flex fit cargo pants, Walmart flannel, Stetson hat from Bass Pro Shops. What does Satan mean to you?
He means a lot. You know, I went to like 7 Catholic schools growing up, and all I've had were bad experiences. I was raped,
I can't
I was
believe
abused, I was treated like shit.
At
Where
a
was my
Catholic
saving?
school?
I was 8. I'm a child.
Easy Prime.
That's weird.
So,
You're not a child.
Hey,
You're only a child mentally.
Hey, dude, is that girl old enough for you?
She can have a baby.
So you're gonna look at a 12-year-old girl on her period and be like, that's a grown-ass woman.
In
That's
Hebrew,
weird.
a girl gets married when she can get married when she's 13.
Are you Hebrew?
Jesus is.
Turn around, you ignorant piece of shit.
Just like
What
when
is
a man
happening?
is old enough to ejaculate, he's a man. Physically, maybe not emotionally, maybe not spiritually, they're not ready for marriage, but that's because our society...
What is the difference between a Catholic
This is going at
and a
breakneck
zit?
pace.
Tell us.
The zit at least waits till you're 12 to come on your face.
That's very cute, and it's true.
Can you tell us your thoughts about that guy?
The thing is I don't think these are necessarily bad people.
What
They're
is
just
happening?
misinformed.
If you love evil, God will give you evil. If you love good, God will give you good.
Hey, I was sitting on the edge of my bed praying every night that an angel came and took me away from my dad who was raping and abusing me. But did he save me? No. You want to know who did? You want to know who did? The Satanist Temple. Because they donated, they helped me, they got me and my mom out of an abusive situation. What did the church do? Nothing. They told me I was wrong for having sex with my dad.
They rape children. That's a part of that religion. That's why I told you.
What is
So
going
the
on?
Satanist Church really helped me and my mom out of an abusive situation by raising funds to get us a nice, stable apartment in a nice area. And it was away from my dad, and it was away from all of my abusive family members.
And that's the difference between them and us, is that we approach it from I don't care who you are or what you believe, you're a person, I'm gonna take care of you. Like, you want an abortion, that's your right. It's not my body, I don't care. You wanna change your sex, you wanna love who you love, that's the difference. You know, if I needed an abortion, if she needs an abortion, they're fighting to take that away from everyone.
So where's the Satanist church? This just looked like a parking lot.
The Supreme Court could be poised to strike down Roe v. Wade.
Thanks for some Killer Croc in the Prime Vantage and Tier 1 Gare Bear.
Abortion at all points during pregnancy, without any exceptions for cases of rape, incest, human trafficking.
Justices Clarence Thomas, Brett Kavanaugh voted to support the Alito opinion.
Are you with the people across the street?
No. I run a pro-life organization. Ironically, I'm just here to talk to them about the abortion issue. You have people flipping us off, screaming at us, and like I'm like, hey dude, I'm just trying to get an interview, you know?
Christians will literally stand outside of abortion clinics or other churches or these kinds of events and turn it into a spectacle for their cause. They're not here to listen. They're here to put in the hours for their church and point and be like, this is this is community service. Yeah, exactly.
What kind of music do you guys like?
I'm a big Rob Zombie fan.
Oh, Rob Zombie kind of slaps. I don't think he's a great director, but his music is still pretty fun.
Hail Satan.
Hail Satan.
I know that from The Conjuring.
Hail Satan.
What do you mean by that?
I don't know.
Do you worship Satan?
No. We just view Satan as a literary figure to look up to.
We know for
like Harry Potter
that Adam and Eve are just a parable. God is the Lord of lies. God himself is a lie. What's the worst thing that Satan ever did? He tried to reason with Jesus. Hail Satan!
My biblical lore is a bit spotty to say the least, but I'm sure Satan did some bad stuff that wasn't just trying to reason with Jesus. I don't think, right? Surely there was other things. We did like a Bible tier list for every character in the Bible, and I can't remember what we pulled up for Lucifer, but I'm sure there was some naughty stuff.
Thank you very, very much.
There's a difference between the Church of Satan and the Satanic Temple. Church of Satan equals bad. Satanic Temple, these guys are kind of based. So I vaguely know a little bit about Satanism from Reddit. Back when our atheism was like the top of Reddit. Like, in this moment, I am euphoric, not because of some phony god's blessings, but because I am enlightened by my own intelligence. And they always talked about, like, Satanism as, like, a byproduct. So I know very little about it, but enough to know that it's not about actually worshipping Lucifer. Or at least not in every case. Yeah, Moki's coming up. Let me know when the match starts, because they've been taking like 10 minutes in between sets.
This is just nonsense. That this hotel, the
There's
city of
Strawberry
Scottsdale would
Milk,
even permit
Stinky Boy, and the
something
Prime
like
Doge,
this.
and Tier 1
It's
Gare
just
Bear.
evil, and they're pulling this crap.
The Prime
Trying
Rex
to get into
Commander.
our schools. I don't know if you're aware of in Illinois, a district out there, they have a Satan club for children. I mean, this is disgusting.
Well, in case you're wondering if...
Let me take a peek at that flyer. What if it's like a pizza menu, like a Chuck E. Cheese menu. Hey kids, let's have fun at After School Satan Club. I mean, alright. It just seems like general information. The Satanic Temple After School Satan Club. Nice.
A district out there, they have a Satan club for children. I mean, this is disgusting.
Well, in case you're wondering if it's really a spiritual war we're watching, here's this news story. The Illinois Elementary School is offering an after-school Satan
Oh, hey,
club.
Tucker Carlson.
It's
He
sponsored
made
by
the
Satanic Temple of the United States.
The testicle thing, right?
The After School Satan Club.
Fire beams onto your
campaign director
testicles for
the
more
Satanic Temple.
testosterone.
Okay, I'll start from the beginning. Good News Club became a thing back in 2001 when they had.
Moki's playing? Started? Why do people lie to me? Why do you fucking lie to me? Thanks for your sub RSL.
Had a Supreme Court hearing in Milford County School District in New York.
What is Good News Club? Good News Club is an exciting opportunity for elementary
It's
age
good
kids
news.
to
Satan is here.
participate in an engaging and uplifting after-school program and hear life-changing lessons from God's true word, the Bible.
The Good News Club is in 6,500 public schools across the nation. Prides itself on getting other children to indoctrinate their peers by, using threats of internal damnation in hell. And so what After School Satan Club is doing is offering a safe alternative to those clubs. We don't actually teach Satanism. We don't try to prophesize to the children. We don't have stuff like that in the club. Like, it's mostly Uno and crafts and shit.
Why do you think the city of Scottsdale allowed this to happen?
But why call it Satan Club in the first place?
paid him
then.
off.
George Soros
Just call it
contributed $300,000
Litville.
for this event to occur.
He contributed a bunch of money
Where did you hear that from?
from other people that have done the research.
You know, COVID was the gates to opening all this up. 6 feet apart, wear slave muzzles. That's very satanical.
They're not really looking at the huge big picture, like eternal, you know, you're going to go to hell.
My name is Rene Grigori, and I am the spokesperson for Southern California Congregation of the Satanic Temple. Our mission is to spread benevolence and empathy. We look at Satan as a symbol for our values: compassion, justice, respecting the freedom and autonomy of others, a reliance on science as a guide. If children are in the schools and they're being abused, we'll have attorneys to protect those children from that. We have reproductive rights where we support the rights of women and people who can have babies.
Do you believe in the afterlife?
There's no scientific evidence that supports an afterlife.
What if I died in a park and then my body decomposed into dirt and then a tree grew out of the dirt? So technically, like, the cells within the tree are like stemming from my kind of...
There is no evidence scientifically.
This guy's fucking awesome.
I don't hate my parents or anything for raising us Christian. It just kind of is the way
I like
it
that
is.
guy. What was his name?
My mother is begrudgingly
Ron
supportive.
Mo-Ra?
This is our
Something like
homemade
that?
soap business. We do satanic and heavy metal themed soap. They all have a drop of virgin blood in them. No, I'm just joking.
Cash App, the best way to pay for satanic bath soap if you don't have cold hard cash.
Thanks, you should
pay for satanic bath soap. But you gotta understand, Cash App is more than just a peer-to-peer money sending service. It's kind of like a bank. And it's a great way to invest in stocks and cryptocurrency. And guess what? You can use code CHANNEL5 for a free $15 for new users.
The Satanic Temple is hosting a SatanCon in Scottsdale, and it is expected to set a record of being one of the largest Satanist gatherings.
And hundreds of Christians swarmed outside the Saguaro Hotel, because right behind them is the first ever Satanist convention.
The event is sold out.
I really think that this is super clever from the Satanic Temple. It seems like, at least based on, I don't know, George R.R. Martin, whoever the guy was in the mask and was like spitting facts or whatever. It seems like they really adopted this Satan name just for the sake of it, just for like headlines almost. Because it looks like if you just put Satan on anything, like you get immediate outcry from people. Like you could start selling Satan juice, which is actually just like Sprite or something, and people would lose their fucking mind. So I guess it's really smart to like get the word to spread about it. At least that's like the impression I'm getting. It seems to have almost nothing to do with Satan. Yeah, just straight marketing. Like really smart marketing too. Thanks for your sub, Doge, and the Prime Assassin. Are they about to start finally? Yeah, probably not. Hold on.
As well as the Satanic Temple's Impurity Ball tonight at Pub Rock Live.
Satan juice exists? Oh. Holy goodness.
That goes to the...
Wait, what? Bro, it's not ghosts. Isn't salt supposed to be like for ghosts or something? Like they can't pass through like the spiritual salt barrier or something? Or is that demons? Am I misremembering? Moki started? Okay. Oh, perfect.
Dude, the fact that he tried to extend that after the uphill even more? What I'll say,
Let's go, Mogi. Let's fucking go, baby. Yeah, Mogi's Moist Esports, so we're gonna watch this set here. This is top 6.
Dude, I feel like when I'm playing, someone is trying to stunt against me. I get this from playing Nico. I just hold out.
Oh, huge.
They can kill me at 30. I don't care. I just don't want to get stunted.
It is for demons? Alright, I might have been misremembering. I thought salt was ghosts.
It's like, honestly, I'm dead already. Honestly, me looking like I SD
Let's go, baby.
better for my ego than just being on Twitter. Yeah, 100%.
Okay, I don't like that. Can we ask this guy to stop doing that to my friend? Oh my god. Oh my Jesus. Unlucky, unlucky. Thanks, resub Ace and Dolphin. Pretty sure salt is for gnomes. Maybe. What's up?
You're getting hit, you're getting tight. You're like smashing STI, smashing jump. Like, I don't want to get this shit. I don't want
Please, Moki, let's bring it back.
I like that drill by Zambu though. Wait a minute. Zambu started turning the jets up. Nice.
Okay. Oh my god, the tech chases. Jesus Christ. Stop it. Let us play. Come on, Moki. Oh my god. Wow. This guy just activated the Sharingan.
I mean, I've seen that before, but damn.
There we go.
It's just so common.
Should be stock, yeah.
Yeah, right? I'm just like, yo. Okay. Man, I'm not trying to get shot.
Oh, maybe not.
No, it feels crazy.
I might have put the kibosh on that one. I might have jinxed it.
No, that was a good shot, though. Oh, nice shot at shield. Oh, yeah.
Come on, bring it back, baby. Bring it back. Come on, Moki. Put the screws on him.
Low key, though, okay. With Moki, I almost think I prefer he do that.
Nice.
I'd rather him, yeah. 'Cause, like,
Okay.
he's more comfortable with that.
Still good, still good.
I feel like you're less likely to fuck it up with
Still in a nice position. Okay. Less awesome position. Still playable. Let's go, baby. Back to neutral. Please. Nice. Huge opportunity. Oh, let's go. Chain grab, maybe. Big shine. Close it out, Moki. That's big. That's fucking big. No. Oh, God. Moki. Oh, unlucky. Damn. Okay, that's alright. That's alright. That's alright. This is game one. Thanks, resub MILF.
It's always the same poster. Yeah. I feel I can see that poster. I can see the guy's open mouth, his closed eyes, his look of pain. I know what you're talking about. Bro, you know what y'all need to do?
Yeah, no, we're gonna finish the Satanist video after this. I really hope Moki wins this tournament, man. He's been playing out of his mind the last two games. He beat IBDW. Then had like a really saucy set after that. Come on, Moki. The hopes and dreams of all young men and women live on within you now. Let's go, Moki. Nice. That's big.
You know how many millions of people have heard his voice? It's true.
Oh my god. Oh, thank god. No! No punish. I like that. I like when they don't punish. Fuck.
It's either that or
Thanks the resub, Vandrid. Hope you're having a good day, Conrad. Thanks the resub, Wrath.
And then it's like, you get the thing where no one listens, so the first
Nice.
time they talk, no one pays attention. But then it's like,
Okay.
the train hasn't moved.
Back to even, pretty much. Let's go. Yes. Give me 1,000 more of those. And 0 of these. I wish this guy would just stop playing the game against us right now. There we go, Moki. Come on. There he is. There's my sweet boy. There's my sweet boy. Nice. Huge. Okay. Now let's extend this. Okay, that's alright. Thanks to the I already said that.
That bear is hard.
Nice. Huge. He's moking and doking. Ooh! See, that's what I like to see right there. I like that shit. Oh! He's starting to find it. He's dialing in. Okay, let's dial back in.
It's like I'd rather you just flex than just like try to do the optimal thing and fuck it up.
Come on, Moki. Come on, Moki. Ah! It's alright. Good lead. Let's close it out.
Man, there's usually multiple sauces at restaurants, man. If we're both gonna cook,
Oh my god.
we need to have some
Good grab. Good grab. Oh!
That was scary.
This is scary. This is fucking scary. Moki, please. Moki, please. Can you just moke and doke on him? For the love of God! That's what I like. Alright. Alright. Got a little dicey for a minute. Oh yeah, sorry, I just realized I wasn't full screen. My bad. Sorry.
You're getting free real estate, you know what I mean? If you decide them in that way, I'm always like worried. Well, stadium is cool, but I'm always like, yo, what if they just actually...
Let's go, baby. Nice, good start. We like it. Yes? 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 I just don't want him to play the game. Oh, good spacing. Oh, baby! Woo! That's what I fucking like! Let's go, Moki! Oh, huge. Oh, he is still cooking some ass! He's cooking some sweet cheeks! Oh. I got a little scary, but we're fine. Uh-oh. That was a good recovery. Just couldn't quite get back to neutral though off of it. Nice. Nice. Ooh! Thanks, resub duty. Let's just hit him with a 4-stock. Like, why even bother losing a stock? It'd be so much easier just to continue to 4-stock everyone. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 4-stock still alive, baby. Let's go. Woo. All right. This is Moki Prime.
I'm just like, yo.
Oh my God, he's looking so nice. He's looking so nice. Nah! Damn, they got a stock. Unlucky, unlucky. Go on, Moki.
You're so right. Spot dodge has been so huge. Right. In like this whole top 8. Yeah, Moki has definitely been hitting them with the one too many times. Oh, nice.
Oh my God. Okay, all right. We're getting a little goofy. Getting a little goofy. Let's yeah. Let's go back to like. Let's set the dial to silly maybe. Goofy might be a little too much. There we go. Oh! Fuck! Nice, close it. Oh my God, I really thought that up smash was gonna connect. There we go, close it out. There we go. Good shit.
Alright, game 4. Dude, I think even Moki's,
Alright.
you can't sit next to Zamu when he's just
Now let's go.
bouncing around like that and not
One more.
smiling.
Thank you, tier 1 good gamer boy and the resub knight.
Like, yo, bro, relax, bro. The game ain't going nowhere. Don't go back. Don't go back.
I don't know how people get like that. Like when I'm playing Melee, I'm tense.
Moki's on the right. Yeah, Moki's on the right. He's in the black shirt. Well, it's more like a jacket, like a coat.
Hey, man, you know, I'd rather hear
Good start. We like it.
Dude, I feel like this is what we used to say, right? Pokemon is the Fox Ditto Pride
Yes.
Stage.
Yes. Oh wow, that would have been so fucking saucy. Good shine.
actually playing AM1 in Melee. That's crazy. Oh, the boost grab? Was that a boost?
Woo!
Boost grab. Okay.
And now we extend it.
That little extra reach. Nice. Right? Good looking out.
It feels like even when
Oh!
Zamu gets momentum,
Huge.
Moki can just
God, Moki's looking really good now.
Well, I mean, it's the punish game, right? We talked about it, but it's like Zamu puts a little
Nice.
3-piece together.
Come on.
Moki's serving you a whole ass meal.
Yes, more. More of that.
Oh, it looks like he's just actually in
Damn
this
it.
man's head, like Professor X type shit.
Yeah, that's alright, that's alright, that's alright. We stacked on good percent lead there. Let's just close that stock out. That's a good way of doing it. Oh. There you go. Thanks, resub. Getting stick in Brett.
Moki doing a great job, though. Honestly, he's just playing amazing. The way he's playing,
Nice.
too, I think you're so right that he's
Yes.
He's going for like full hop up air reads and shit. Right. And he's going for unorthodox ass punishes, so you don't even know like how the fuck do you
Almost everything Moki does is pretty unorthodox, which makes it super hype.
side B like
I think he's by far the sauciest fox in the game. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Woo! God damn! It's so. Jesus Christ! All right, close it out, baby. Close it out. Close it out. Let's go, Moki.
I've seen Moki hit him with every different box aerial you can use.
Yeah, but what happens when he DIs on the platforms, you know?
Come on, Moki. Come on, baby. That was so clean. Let's just take it home. Yeah, it's alright. It's alright. Thanks to Prime Rez and the resub Strix. Come on, Moki. Come on. Oh my god. Oh my god, not like this. Oh my god. Fuck. It's getting scary. It's getting scary. I don't want to be scared. Stop! Stop letting him scare me, Moki! Oh god. Nice. No! That's alright. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. Yeah. There's no getting back off that. That's okay. That's okay. We still have we have a decent lead here. Please close it out, Moki. Ah! Fuck! Oh my god, Moki. Come on. No! The whiff! Ah! Oh my god, Moki. Moki, please. Moking and doking, moking and doking. Yes. Huge. Scary. That got very scary. Alright. The run continues. Good shit. We like that. Thanks, resub Jimbo.
Yep, so in loser semis, we're gonna have Moki and Pipsqueak, right? It's true. And then winners finals, we got.
Have Moki and Pipsqueak played each other in bracket? Like ever?
Guy goes to the guy says to the he says to his friend, says to the doctor.
They're just going to use the things that they
It's okay.
they want to use.
It's
They're
all
not
right.
going to use the good things. They're going to use the bad things.
Okay, but actually, the world doesn't know about the good things. We'll wait and see. We'll wait and see.
And they're going to put
the
bad things.
They picked the positive.
Prayer is more powerful than talking to somebody that's going to cut.
Do you think a Catholic needs to know that?
Well, I'm just letting you know you don't have to.
You're not doing it.
Wow, big brain.
You could do whatever you want. Yeah.
Doesn't sound like it. Our church at the moment is the one true church, but it's corrupt right now. It's been taken over by homosexuals. And we're protesting that as well. Satanist conference at this hotel. Pray, pray, pray.
If you trust the blood of Jesus, you will be saved. It doesn't matter if you're gay, if you've lied before, it doesn't matter. God loves you.
What is that vehicle? There's so much happening right now.
Scottsdale, Arizona! Scottsdale, baby! This fucker's getting married! Getting fucked up, baby! I love it, baby! Who are you getting married to, baby? Anthem, baby! Yes, 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 yes!
Whee! I'm so happy for him.
Scottsdale! We're getting that guy married! Oh, yeah! I don't know what we're yelling about! Something! You want some alcohol now? Yeah! Let's go!
My name
What a
is
fun group of
Democritus, and
guys.
That's enough. Go ahead.
My name's Trey, and I'm 24.
Hey.
You guys seem to have some kind of disagreement. Is that true?
Okay, I have a tendency, I apologize, I have a tendency to be loquacious. Loquacious means talking at length, but succinctly, basically, hypothetically, there's no demons or angels or gods or devils, okay?
Ooh, hey, hitting us with a wubba lubba dub dub.
Sometimes we get stories that are profound and beautiful and enlightening, like Satan. Go ahead.
Channel 5 epic debate number 1. Democritus versus Trey.
You're a Christian.
Prime Bryson.
Catholic, yep.
There's some magic.
You're a Satanist.
I'm actually transcendent of every ism. But, you know, Satanism, I dig Satan. I mean, he's a profound character from mythology. He's so cool. You know, he defies infinite authority. Isn't that groovy? We
He's a
need
bit
more of that kind of
mystic.
rebel balls. We need more Satan's balls in the world kicking ass, okay?
How'd you get the name Democritus?
I was in an anarchist bookstore.
That's what's up.
And there was a random stranger, and we got into a conversation. And then I was
anarchist
thinking,
bookstore?
You know what? This is America, where everybody has the same name, and everybody dresses the same, and everybody looks the same, and everything's the same, and it's fucking boring, okay? Random stranger, got into conversation. He dared me to change my name, so I did. There it is.
Do you dig Satan? No, I don't.
Why?
Why not?
Well, he was telling me, my buddy over here, he was telling me he was inspired by him because he rebelled against authority. And I told him to stick with the hypothetical. Satan's in hell for all of eternity, burning. So
is Satan miserable in hell?
Thinking to myself, that's a stupid ideology.
Doesn't he rule it?
Well, you know, everybody's entitled to their opinion.
Church.
Do I like church?
No, it's an expression. It means like what you're saying has been validated.
I'm not familiar with like you hip hop kids, you know.
What made you choose the blue bandana?
You know, I just happened to grab it. I think, you know, the mask is kind of a smart thing. With,
He's
like,
suffering in hell according to the Bible.
You know?
I'm gonna bounce out of here.
Okay.
Anything else you want to say to Democritus?
Wait, I'm good.
Yes, I have sexual fetishes. It's something that's inherent in basically anybody.
Hey, I didn't accuse you of being a
Freud
prude.
was onto something when he said, "Hey, when you suppress yourself."
How do I feel about the rappers that look like me? Oh man, those guys are a bunch of clowns, dude. That's why I tattooed my eyes, so I can like kind of stand away from that, you know, like they're kind of gray. Yeah.
Is there any body mod you wouldn't do?
Probably remove a finger or some shit.
You know somebody who's done that on purpose?
Yeah, I know like 2 or 3 people.
Why did they remove the finger? They just like were tired of it?
Yeah. Well, one of the guys doesn't ever want to get married, so he removed this one.
Can't you just like not get married?
Yeah, I know. It's just Brazilian dudes are weird. You know what I mean?
To you, what is the cause of Satanism?
Man, just like, you know, we're our own masters. I mean,
you just like, what is the
what an aggressive shirt. I mean, this guy is dripped out. He's got the studded, what are they, like vambraces? Like those are more than bracelets. He's got like gauntlets on. That's pretty fucking drippy actually. Yeah, he's got titty Satan on his shirt.
Cause of Satanism.
Pretty cool.
Man, just like, you know, we're our own masters.
Are those permanent fangs?
Yeah, permanent fangs, implants and shit. I got the moon. I used to have the pentagram here. I got these, the little
permanent
moon horns.
fangs
This is my
sounds
chip
miserable.
Right here. Pretty much like a PayPal kind of thing. I could pay stuff with that. It even glows in the dark and everything. These do as well. If you ever want some, hit me up, man. El Paso, Texas.
Are you guys Satanists?
Not yet, but we'll see what happens by the end of the day.
Oh, of course. Like, I'm interested. A lot of people join to some level
He's
to
a
be
prime.
kind of contrarian, but there is
Milkman and Poop
tangible
Boy.
benefit to being anti-establishment when that
Plumbus and
establishment
Evan.
is, you know, homophobic.
They will tell you, do not have sex with men.
Do you guys have any favorite songs or dances or talents?
I like 100 gex.
I like 100 Gex too, all sped up.
I'm a huge gecker as well. I learned it from him.
What do you think the Gex would say if they were at this event?
I think they'd be all for it. Gecked out in Satanist merch.
I think they'd appreciate the same things he did, like about how just accepting the community is, because I know that's what like they try to make with their own community.
I kept hearing this name Kardashian for years. I'm like, who is she and why is she famous?
Have you figured it out now?
Eventually, I figured out, okay, so she's some girl with a butt.
Bro, that mustache is mean. That shit is gelled up and ready for action. He looks like that guy from Star Wars, not Akbar. Who's the other fish guy that has like those like weird tendrils that come down from his nose? You know who I'm talking about? No, not Jar Jar. Jesus Christ, not Jar Jar. Is it Kit Fisto? Let me see. Kit Fisto's a Jedi. I don't think the guy I'm talking about is a Jedi. No, it's not Kit Fit. Man, Kit... You got me fucked up. Oh, Sebulba! I think that's who it is. That's the pod racer, right? How do you spell his name? Yeah! That's who I was thinking of. I guess it doesn't come down from his nose. It's like above his nose. Got a real fucking Star Wars lore expert in here. Hey, thanks, George Lucas.
All right, big damn deal. Who's not dating Pete Davidson? If you think about heaven, you don't really want that. I'd rather just die. Snorting cocaine off a male prostitute's ass.
They're going to go out into the desert tonight to an undisclosed location, and they're going to have a impurity ball. It's a festival of orgy, and it's a festival of animal sacrifice. They usually sacrifice goats or dogs during Lupercalia. No orgies.
The orgy was cool, but not the sacrifice.
No orgies. Oh, Jesus!
Okay, here we are. Right over there is where the impurity ball is being held. I'm going to go ahead and preach a little bit here. I pray for these souls.
Channel 5.
Alright, so there's no toss, right? We're about to go to Impurity Ball, where apparently it's an orgy and animal sacrifice. No toss, you're good. Okay.
Epic debate. Number 2. Aaron Ra versus a group of Scottsdale-based Christian live streamers outside the Impurity Ball.
I am not going to be like you
There's prime
and lie
danger.
to pretend that I know
chairman.
things I don't. If there evidently is no God nor a possibility of God, and all we have is evidence against God, then the only possible deduction we can make is there is no God.
Logic is evidence
That
of
was
God.
very
There is no logic
Redditor-esque.
that is evidence of God. There is no evidence of God.
You just acknowledge that logic exists outside of time and space.
Your belief system is based on a logical fallacy.
No, it's not. I'm
The
saying...
the question begging, you just described it.
Listen, you're operating on a presupposition that there's
No, I don't do
Yes, you
presuppositions.
are.
Don't talk to me about presuppositions.
But you
Presuppositions
This is a perfect
is
example
the
for how
stupidest
useless
of all
debating
arguments.
is.
No, we don't.
Of course you do.
No, we
Come
don't.
over
You're
here.
presupposing.
Listen.
Will you shut the fuck up and let me say a sentence?
You've been talking the whole time, though.
You're all talking to me.
Go for it.
I'm gone. I can't do
No,
this.
That's all I want to know.
Be back here.
Where does logic come from? You don't know.
Damn, he's walking away like the Undertaker.
He can talk in circles, but when you challenge him on that one point, what happens? He gets frustrated and walks off. What you see there is a man that hates God.
I actually think this guy lives in Tampa. That looks like the senator that used to go to the castle. Okay, I'm not gonna risk anything here. Hold on, let's skip through the impurity ball a bit.
Oh, this is a bit cathartic.
We're still at the impurity ball, I see.
Burlesque is free. It's art, but using your body as the canvas. It's the art of seduction, but it's also kind of like an art of storytelling.
Alright, we're still at the impurity ball.
Just this like release of anything that's like weighing on your own shoulders. Yes, there
X
are weird
and
as shit
Hassan
fucking
watched that you're
protesters
fine.
here. It's Arizona.
I'm not quite to their level. I might be the one that gets slapped.
We love Jesus.
We came to let the members of the Satanic Temple
Thanks for
know
some
that
Spartan
Jesus still loves them
Poe
and offer
shit
them
in the
prayer.
tier 1 stank.
Maybe some of them have church hurt, have had bad experiences at church before. To set the mind on the things of the flesh is death, but to set your minds on the things of the spirit and worldly things, it's saying, think about the things of heaven, think about good things.
Yeah. I went to a rave once. I got head from a stranger. I went off to college and became my own person and didn't really adhere to the Christian ethics. My brother passed away of a drug overdose last January. After that, I knew that I didn't have as much time as I thought I did. And I think that made me reconsider taking Christianity more seriously.
There's certain music for me that I naturally like, but
Skillet?
I know I shouldn't sometimes as a Christian. Like I was a big metalhead and stuff. Still
Fuck
really
yeah.
am. I'm like a metalhead that found out he could rhyme. I don't really know why these people worship Satan. I can't even taste it.
Not
I
this.
can't even be that way. I think the Holy Spirit definitely
not like
helps
this.
me
Come
out
on, man.
in whatever
You're
he's
better
called
than
me
that.
to do.
You're
Whether
better than
it's
that.
reaching Satanists or spitting bars for Jesus Christ. Pulled up talking to Satanists, don't know where their Satan is.
Wait a minute,
But yeah,
wait a minute.
I'm on vacation, kids. Yeah, I'm just a Christian.
Is this
Out
Flowbots?
here on a mission, listen, giving God submission. That's just how I kick it, like I'm doing this kung fu. Ain't scared of that kung flu. No, I'm just out here eating food, trying to praise Jesus. He's what I believe in. Ain't no
I feel like his friend is just there to make fun of him.
harder than cement. That's how all the bars go. Yeah, I'm from North Fargo. Just kidding, Minneapolis. Come get at your kid. Yeah, you know they shut down businesses.
Oh my God.
Ain't you
Is this
even
scripted? This is
heard
too
of
good.
Linguistic flipping written scripts. Yeah.
So here we've got West Virginia Satanic Temple. I learned to fight when I was young.
How come?
Because my name is Dick Tingler. My legal name
No
is Dick
way! No! The chosen one! The Dick Tingler the second? Oh my god. That's amazing! Bro, this guy was destined for greatness. Finally. The prophecy.
I changed my name to Barnabas. I have no doubt these guys are sincere. Why else are they sitting out here at 10:30 at night if they weren't sincere?
Bro, he's got some
on
aggressive
belief?
nipples.
I can respect that. Okay? At the end of the day, I'm not saying I agree with it.
Or am I?
But that doesn't mean I don't respect it. Okay?
Take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home.
Dick Tingler's awesome. Alright, I became a real Tingler. I'm a fan. That guy's great. What an adventure that was. Jesus Christ. Thanks to resub Moon Stew. Yeah, Moki plays after this one, I think. What do we want next? I really think this one's not going to be fun. I know a little bit about Connor Murphy. It's more of a sad story than anything. Maybe it covers like goofy shit. I'm not really sure. We'll give it a try, but it's not really like a fun one based on what I know about him. We still have Ricky. And then whatever this is, Shitty Mansions or something. It was all sad. I saw it yesterday. Okay, then I'll just make the executive decision not to. In a nutshell, Connor Murphy used to be like a fitness guy. His whole shtick was he had like a big six-pack. So he'd do like IRL pranks where he'd go up to girls and wear baggy clothes and be like, "Do you want to date me?" And they'd say like, "No." And then he'd take his clothes off and it'd show his a six-pack and he's like, "How about now?" But then eventually what ended up happening is something, I don't know what happened, but I think he like started getting into drugs or something. And he ended up doing some weird shit and getting into weird shit, such as like collecting his own semen, drinking his own sperm, from what I recall, and talking about some really depressing and like alarming shit. He got hooked on ayahuasca. Is that what it was? It was something. And it was really sad. It was just a guy who started struggling with addiction. It ruined his whole life. From what I think he's doing better now, but still not a very fun story or anything. Let me go fill up my water real quick, though. I'll be right back. I'm back. Thanks, resub Teddy. Cades, Knowledge, Rip, and the gift sub Freeze, and resub Daedric. And the resub Bunny. Alright, what do we want next? Oh yeah, there's a new tub video as well. The Dear EDP one. His 1 million subscriber special is so wholesome. There's a Prime Gronk and the resub Chunk. And the gift sub Trey. We'll do this first. 9. What about White Simba versus Wolverine? This is not the actual match yet. This is a like a promo for it, because White Simba right now is like a nutty monster. So he fought Wolverine, who is ranked 2, I think, right behind Darius. Thanks for your subsesswit. We ever do a sale on the merch? Yeah, eventually at some point. Somehow. Maybe like a code or something. Haven't figured it out yet. Right now it's just a matter of having it all up, making sure everything works properly, which it has been. Thanks for your sub, Liam. The Hollow Knight cheater story. Yeah, we still have that one queued up. And then this one's the mansions. We can do the Hollow Knight cheater. Let me go to the bathroom first real quick though. Just give me 1 sec. Thanks the resub. Jank. And the resub Baker. I'm back. Thank you, Sub Turtle. Oh, I forgot to mute. True. My bad. Yeah, let's see this Hollow Knight cheater. Usually employed, yeah.
This is a shitty situation. It seems that no matter how good people are at the games they play, some just cannot resist the temptation to cheat. Whether it be...
I would always argue the people most likely to cheat are the ones who are very good at the game. Anything to squeak out that last little edge to be the best. I usually think like the shitters, the ones that are just like terrible, absolute dog shit at a game, are the ones least likely to cheat.
Through splicing their videos, peeking around their blindfolds, or just plain using invincibility in their hitless runs, few gaming communities can say they haven't had to deal with a cheater. The Hollow Knight community, thankfully, hasn't had to deal with many. In fact, in my numerous years as a Hollow Knight speedrunner, I can't recall any instance of someone intentionally cheating. But this case was something else. Not only was the person involved one of the more popular Hollow Knight content creators, he was respected as a top hitless runner.
Aww.
His trick to beating bosses hitless? Using invincibility. I've done a deep dive into all of the drama, and I'm grateful that my community members, specifically Whiskey and Homie, were able to translate a 33-page document containing all of it. But before we dive into the drama, some background must be given. The Pantheon of Hollownest, colloquially known as Pantheon 5 or P5, is the toughest unmodded content in Hollow Knight. It's the final challenge in the final DLC of the game. It's a boss rush containing 45 bosses total. And although it was challenging on release, Pantheon 5 has since become a playground for challenge runners. Players seek to get the fastest times, beat it with the most restrictions, or finish with the least amount of damage taken. The highest, most prestigious accomplishment of all being completing Pantheon 5 in its entirety without taking a single hit of damage.
Finally! Fucking finally!
Pantheon challenge runs are what the Chinese Hollow Knight community show the most respect for. The Chinese community lacked easy access to speedrunning resources, such as programs, mods, and guides, and as a result never developed as much of an interest in full-game speedruns as the Western community did. The first Pantheon 5 hitless run was
I didn't unlock
in
Pantheon
just
5,
over
did
a
I?
year after the
Because I needed to do a couple other bosses that I didn't feel like going
feat
for.
referred to in the Chinese community as R5, or Radiant Pantheon 5. It was completed by a player who you might not have heard of, Black Moon, who has actually completed the challenge a staggering 3 times, on top of holding speedrun world records for Pantheon 5 with no bindings and with all bindings. Impressively, 11 people have completed Pantheon 5 hitless today, and 8 of them are from the Chinese Hollow Knight community. But if you were a member of their community, you might be a little confused by this list.
Why?
Isn't someone missing?
Oh, the cheater!
This player, Shi Mianye, meaning Snow Cotton Leaf, or as Westerners know him, Cotton, was one of the most respected players in China. Cotton is known for being the first, and to this day only, player to ever defeat any Radiants. A modded
No, wait! We watched that video! Wait. It's the same guy? He's the one that cheated? Oh, what in tarnation? Oh, I can't believe it all comes full circle like that. Damn, what? That ruins it then. I really had a lot of admiration for him. I'm pretty sure he's even the same guy that had sex with my mom at some point. And to find out like this that he's a fraud is really upsetting. That was a super cool video they made on that guy. And not once did they mention the cheating, so I'm guessing this is a more recent discovery. In fact, I guess this may have been the guy that broke the story.
Which was quite literally designed to be impossible. But his most renowned feat is being the second player ever after Black
How's that more
Moon
renowned
to
than any
finish
Radiance?
Pantheon 5 hit lists. So why
That was iconic.
isn't he on the leaderboard? Well, it's because he's a cheater. On January 5th of this year, I was contacted by a respected member of the community, Methyl Palladium, also known as Templari in the Chinese scene, who at the time was the 4th player to complete P5 hit lists. It was concerning a post from a player who, oddly enough, was mainly known from the Celeste speedrunning community. This player, Plush, showcased a number of clips of Cotton's Pantheon 5 run which seemed highly suspicious. Let's start by taking a look at them. In this clip against Umu, Cotton swings at an Uma whose explosion immediately detonates because it is inside of a platform. Although it seems as if Cotton is touching the hitbox of the explosion, he doesn't get hit by it. In
I
this
feel like
clip against Lost Kin,
more people would have
Cotton
noticed.
gets jumped at and Lost Kin falls into him before he shade cloaks away. In this clip against White Defender, a dung ball clearly overlaps with Cotton's character. Again, Cotton activates invincibility frames from Shade Cloak, but only after the moment where he should have been hit.
So how long did he get away with this
Last,
for?
and arguably most bizarre, is Cotton's fight versus Flukemarm. This is weird for a couple of reasons. First, there is a clear cut in the footage where a fluke was seemingly shot directly into him. Furthermore, this strategy for killing
Wait, so he
Flukemarm,
spliced
one
and
of the
used
least
invincibility?
risky bosses in all of Pantheon 5 is terrible. All experienced players know to avoid being around the diagonals of Flukemarm as it is about to spawn flukes, and there are very clear indicators of when this is going to happen. Cotton instead casually falls directly into the path where one of the flukes spawns. And as the fluke seemingly flies into him, there is a convenient cut in the footage.
And nobody noticed this for how long? Someone more in tune with the community. How long did people get away? Or how long did he get away with that? That is an extremely obvious splice. $73 years. Not long. A few months. 6 to 8 months. Took a bit. Okay. So nobody knows. Literally nobody knows. It's difficult to prove. This is like super cut and dry.
Seemingly fly
Like it's a completely different... Like, look at where that thing is, and then look at where it ends up instantly.
into him.
That's a very
there
obvious
is a
splice.
convenient cut in the footage. Methyl Palladium on behalf.
I mean, I guess it could be like a glitch with his recording. Maybe.
Seemingly flies.
But that seems highly unlikely. Because the other fluke also changes.
And as the fluke seemingly flies.
The top right one also fucks around. But the invincibility one's obvious. When you slow down the footage, you got hit by like 3 different things and took no damage. That one's pretty clear.
Into him,
and so is
there
this cut.
is a convenient cut in the footage. Methyl Palladium, on behalf of the Chinese Hollow Knight community, asked my opinion on these clips.
Thanks to Tier 1 Shrek
At
and the
the
resub
time,
story.
I was pretty certain that Cotton used invincibility in his run, but
Oh,
I was a
holy
fan.
shit. God damn. They give you 100 gift subs in Civic. Yeah, that was super sweet. And it's good to see you. Fuck yeah. That was really nice. You excited for tomorrow? You gonna cheer on the Moist Esports boys with us? Thank you. Hope you're having a good night.
of his, and I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt. So before passing judgment, I posted this to my Discord server,
thanks to the
as it includes several Pantheon 5
Razor?
hitless runners and almost all of the best speedrunners in the game. Players unanimously agreed that something was very questionable about these clips. But they didn't stop there. Some members of the community
once you
began
smell
browsing
shit, you
through
have to
his
keep
other
going.
videos
Gotta find the source of the
and
stink.
came across similar suspicious instances where it seemed like he should have been hit. In some cases, these were so egregious that his character was almost not even visible, as an enemy's attack nearly entirely covered his sprite. It seemed like almost every hitless boss challenge that Cotton had done had at least one of these moments. So I told Methyl Palladium that I thought Cotton had cheated, and that top players in the Western Hollow Knight community who I showed this to unanimously agreed. Methyl told me that the Chinese community performed in-depth reviews of the videos, including creating a new mod to show enemy hitboxes. They discovered that in the Pantheon 5 video, all 4 clips had at least one frame where the
That's so sad.
Clearly
Especially because we
overlapped.
learned about this guy and his accomplishments in the last Any Radiance video
Just
we watched.
a
Which is
couple
fucking
of
awesome.
days later,
Hey, Rise.
on January 7th, Methyl returned.
Wait, Rise, isn't it like 5 a.m. over there? What the fuck are you doing awake? What a piss shit. I mean, that's one way to grieve, I guess. I'm a gamer. Bro, you need to fucking rest. It is winners finals. What? You have 10 hours. I'm putting a curfew. You need to be in bed within the next 2 hours.
To my Discord, stating that the Chinese community had
I want a nice 8 hours for you.
Methyl brought forward a report detailing all of the evidence they had compiled. This report was based on analysis by many of China's best players,
Not my dad.
including Stool, Black Moon, Sawyer, and others. Cotton conceded to them that he had used invincibility, but claimed it was only because he was testing something prior to the run, and he forgot to turn the cheats off after.
I always love that convenient excuse.
When asked about the fluke marm cut in the footage, Cotton insisted it was simply because of a video glitch or low FPS. Black Moon began interrogating Cotton, noticing the inconsistencies in Cotton's statements. Cotton said he couldn't recall anything about the incident because he never felt as if he were even close to getting hit. Black Moon said that if he were so close to getting hit by Fluke Marm, he would definitely remember it. Black Moon also mentions the triple Nailmaster hitless video, which is another fight Cotton seemingly used invincibility on. Cotton actually responded with anger, claiming that Black Moon was framing him and that there was an issue with his...
Hold on, I want to read that. Oof.
Judgment. Cotton began posting dozens of messages and images in a row of players coming close to getting hit but not actually taking damage, and asked Black Moon each time if these images looked like cheating to him. Cotton claimed that after the Triple Nailmaster video, he pulled up the debug menu to show that invincibility was off, but Stool wisely pointed out that this proves nothing. Cotton could have simply deactivated invincibility with a hotkey before opening the menu. Cotton had not only been caught lying, but was being completely unapologetic about it. Cotton ended the conversation by saying shitty game, shitty hitboxes, and a bunch of shitty people.
Does Cotton play Overwatch
Cotton
now?
later claimed that shitty people was meant as a joke. It was a phrase a favorite streamer of his apparently uses.
What?
Due to Cotton's popularity in the Chinese Hollow Knight community,
You all suck.
Chinese
Fuck
players
you.
were concerned about
I don't know
the
what it
judgment
means, but
of
fuck
the
you.
masses. Stool, another top Chinese player, stated that he was worried about the emotional factor of viewers who blindly believed that Cotton had done nothing wrong, even though they hadn't read the report that their team had created. Imagine, for example, how people might respond if Scurry, Monsteller, or myself received accusations of cheating. Some people just
Bro,
weren't
imagine he
willing
actually
to
does get
believe
outed for cheating.
that their boy Cotton was a cheater. On January 11th, however, Cotton silently deleted his Pantheon 5 hitlist video from YouTube. And on January 14th, Cotton deleted the video from Bilibili as well, a Chinese video sharing site where he gained significantly more fame. Cotton's viewers, unaware of the cheating scandal, began to ask questions. Cotton responded to these comments, saying that there were issues with the video and he would re-upload it eventually. Brum, a respected member of the Chinese community, theorized it might be possible that the Flukemarm clip was legitimate. After all, sometimes when the game lags, enemies will continue their current movement while the game is frozen, and teleport a certain distance after the game unfreezes. Brum considered the idea that perhaps this was what happened, and the Fluke's hitbox did not collide with Cotton as a result of the enemy teleporting. However, through analyzing the video frame by frame, the Chinese community found that this footage had definitely been cut on purpose, since there were no freeze frames prior to the cut. At this point, Cotton admitted that the Flukemarm cut was intentional.
Oh, baby, here it comes. Oh, I thought this was a statement from him.
In their group chat, Cotton afterward became upset and claimed that Black Moon and Methyl had a vendetta against him. Brum explained that what they didn't like was his cheating and that they didn't dislike him as a person. Methyl also agreed, saying that they were only stating facts and that there was no personal malicious intent.
Bending him over with facts and logic, eh? The
Claiming
classic.
that him stating it was a vendetta was only a joke. Later, Cotton was removed from the group chat for making that statement. The writer of the report on Cotton's cheating emphasizes their respect for Cotton's skill at the game, and Cotton is, without question, an excellent Hollow Knight player.
No, I don't think he's
Many
good.
high-profile cheaters,
Overrated.
such as Billy Mitchell, Dream, and others, don't cheat to perform feats they're incapable of,
Thanks, Resub
but
Archbishop.
instead cheat because they feel they
Resub Ajax.
deserve the recognition despite not having completed the achievement. Cotton's problem was his mentality. He simply had no respect for the game. Cotton became increasingly frustrated with his own mistakes, and when he failed, it was the game's fault. And since his failures were the game's fault, it was okay for him to cheat.
Damn, Radiance is fucking this
because
guy up
he
in the
never
footage right now.
deserved to fail in the first place. But the reality is that we are not entitled to success every time. That isn't how the world works, and that isn't how games work either. Failure is a necessary part of the process of improving. Some fans of these players might insist that because they're great players they couldn't have cheated, but this couldn't be further from the case. As Cotton dedicated more time
Man, it makes me
to
want to
becoming
replay
a
Hollow Knight
great
again.
player, his frustration with the game grew, and so too did his entitlement, leading him to believe he deserved achievements which he simply had not earned. Various
You beat
members
Radiance?
of the
Yep.
Chinese
I just
Hollow
didn't
Knight
beat
community
Absolute
spoke
Radiance,
out
'cause I
about
didn't do
Cotton and his
Pantheon 5.
unwillingness to admit to his cheating. It wasn't until the morning of February 11th, about a month later that Cotton issued a public apology. In this apology, Cotton told people that he deleted the Radiant P5 video due to the contents of the report created by Methyl and others. Cotton, however, still said that he hadn't meant to cheat in the first place. He further stated that it wasn't a big deal. Place.
I'm gonna finish reading that. Oh. Okay.
He further stated that it wasn't a big deal because most people didn't mind.
Pottery?
Many Chinese Hollow Knight community members expressed disappointment with his attitude. Cotton responded an hour later. In this response, Cotton seems downtrodden. Cotton points out that he had sent an apology to Plush shortly after hearing about the accusations, but that this apology was never made public. Cotton says that he is committed to completing Pantheon 5 hit lists legitimately and reposting the video. Finally, in the evening of the same day, Cotton issued a lengthier, more complete apology. Cotton fully conceded that regardless of his intent, the video was illegitimate. Cotton explained that what he did was wrong because it delegitimized all the other players who worked so hard for their achievements, and he promised that in the future he would never use cheats again.
Does he still run?
Cotton also stated that he was sorry for downplaying the incident up until that point, that he regretted not coming clean immediately, and that he deserved the judgment the community had handed him. Cotton also individually apologized to Black Moon, Methyl, and others. Cotton admitted that the apology came late, and it was because he was running away from the problem, but that he is now taking it as an important lesson. Overall, the Chinese community was disappointed by Cotton's behavior. They felt upset that Cotton continually played the victim in private and only came clean once it became a public issue. Notable community members like Brum stated that Cotton had permanently broken their trust. Even completing Pantheon 5 hit lists again would not be able to mend it.
Charlie, you're probably too much of a germaphobe to get a pro massage.
Stated that the
no, I'm just too ticklish.
Was an act of deception that went even beyond the use of invincibility. Black Moon reiterated that he and the Chinese Hollow Knight community have a zero-tolerance policy for cheating. What's my take? It was an incomplete apology. The use of invincibility was clearly intentional, and his excuses that it was a mistake by leaving invincibility on after practice is, in my opinion, not even remotely believable.
Agreed.
Just why would someone practice for a hitless run using invincibility? It makes no sense.
That's actually a really good point.
Invincibility takes away all the feedback you receive from getting hit. So if you're practicing a strategy using invincibility, you have no idea whether it's actually going to work. Cotton also limited the narrative to being about his P5 hitless video, even though players like Black Moon and Stool questioned him about his Triple Nail Masters hitless video. I believe that numerous videos of his clearly used invincibility, and it demonstrates that there was an intention to cheat.
Sorry to hear that.
Although
get
it
easier,
appeared
though.
Cotton sincerely felt bad about cheating,
Hope you feel
the
better
fact
soon.
that he didn't address all of the issues demonstrates, in my perspective, an attempt to salvage the situation instead of being honest and coming clean. At the end of the day, let's not forget that bullying is unacceptable. So I implore all of you not to seek out, threaten, or harass Cotton over this incident. Do not forget that there is a human behind the username. I can relate, and I know you can all relate too, to Cotton's feelings of frustration at failing to achieve the accomplishments he had hoped for. But cheating to achieve those accomplishments is no substitute for reaching them through hard work and perseverance. No matter how others perceive it, what matters is that you know how hard you pushed yourself to achieve your success. No amount of external recognition can replace that. It's important to emphasize that Cotton's actions as an individual do not represent the Chinese Hollow Knight community as a whole. This was only one individual in a community of thousands.
Is a boomer?
And while the community had asked for the opinion of Western Hollow Knight players, the Chinese community ultimately dealt with this entirely on their own. I also want to give a shout out to the Chinese Hollow Knight community for putting forth so much effort to keep the scene free of cheaters. Frankly, a lot of people don't know just how impressive top Chinese Hollow Knight players are. If you're interested in seeing more of their content, I'll include links to some of their channels in the video description. Please consider checking them out. If you liked this video and want to hear more of this kind of thing in the future, please let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear your opinions. Thank you so much, everyone, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.
Nice. That's a shame. So does he still run? Does anyone know? Does Cotton still run? Because I don't really know how you come back from that in that community. He's resub Mr. Sim. He does still run? He runs from the embarrassment. Jesus. Yeah, I got the Patrick CC video up. So I'm guessing he does still run. I got a few people that said yes. And I'm just going to take them at their word. He's a prime dumpling. It is Mother's Day today. It is. I need to tell my mom Happy Mother's Day. He's a prime half court. How does one handle gaming and studying? Drop out, pursue gaming full-time, achieve greatness, be a League of Legends player. So which mansion did you want me to look at? Which one of these was dog shit? There's a prime Nuxie. Ashley Tisdale. What? The Ashley Tisdale mansion sucks. Does it? Inside Ashley Tisdale's self-designed family home. Is Ashley Tisdale doing well? I used to be such... Why did this come up? Ashley Tisdale Mansion brought up Jackson and I's Man of Medan... what was this one called? The Man of Medan anthology game. Hey, I mean, fuck yeah. I guess when people think of Ashley Tisdale's Mansion, they also think of us playing a shitty horror game. Because she voices it. Wait, no way. If I just type in Ashley Tisdale, will this come up too? Unlucky. Not quite. Only when I'm more specific.
Hey AD, it's Ashley Tisdale.
Hey Ashley. Are you tier 1 tweak and the use of otherworldly? she's the main character in
This
it.
house was
I
very
completely
different
forgot.
because everything else before this house I have completely worked on. My first home was like built from the ground up for my dad, and we continued that process through many homes. I just made the choice that,
Ooh.
you know what, I feel like we
Cool
should
pool
find
for
something that's
laps.
move-in ready. And my husband, each time he's like, we're staying here for a while. And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, actually, do you want to move? And he's just like, oh my God. So this time we just went with like a specific list. I'm always a big believer in manifestation. This time we just went with like.
Is this a fountain? This seems like an accident. Like there was a hose that was left here next to a rock. Like a small little table. Not a big fan of that fountain, I'll tell you right now.
A specific list. I'm always a big believer in manifestation, and we came across
It's
this
an open
amazing
source
space,
bidet.
and for the first time I did not have to do really anything to it except for the furnishing.
It's a bird fountain? What the fuck is a bird fountain? Birds will actually just come in and use your fountain?
This is the living room. I had a lot of fun designing this room. I started with the sofa. It's a Mario Bellini sofa from 1971. And from there, I just built out the room. The hardest part about this room was that there's kind of like 3 different rooms, and so just trying to make everything work together and make it look aesthetically really nice. But this was my first time, you know, really
then again,
doing
I've never
this
seen like
myself.
a really
I'm really
rich
happy
person's
with how
bird
it
bath.
has come out. Over here is these really cool chairs from Sabin. He also does dressers that are pretty amazing. The coffee table is apparatus, and I was definitely hesitant because knowing I was having a baby, I was like, okay, this is probably like not the greatest coffee table for this because it has sharp edges, but I was like, you know what? This room is going to be like kind of the no baby zone, but she definitely comes in here. We just really watch her. These wicker chairs are from this amazing antique store called JF Chen. The rugs are from Mayraban Rugs, which are like my favorite. Basically, in this room, I went off of this light that was already here.
I mean, that's fine.
And I just liked how there was yellow in it. And so I saw this chair at a store called Guard that I shop at a lot. And I was just like, I have to get this. This tree just got here.
It doesn't look like
I'm
a very
always scared
comfortable
about
chair.
bringing trees into the house because I'm not very good at keeping them alive. So I'm really scared, but I think we're gonna go do well with this one. I was never into color as much. I was always into neutrals, and there's something about being pregnant and seeing like little spots where I could like add color to it.
And what
that
universe
made
is
me
like a
feel like, oh, this is gonna be a
puke
fun
gold
home. Like I wanted to kind of
chair,
do
neutral,
chic, but also quirky and fun because a baby is gonna be obviously brought into this house, and she loves it. I have this awesome collector's Hans Wagner chair, and I got this from JF Chen. I definitely have taken a nap here. It's my little me time.
I mean, that
where
looks
I'm
like pretty comfortable,
just
I'm
get
not
like
gonna
a
lie.
5-minute refresh. This house is very bright. It's very
I kind of like
zen.
that chair.
That's what we loved about it. These bookshelves, I have to be honest, did not have books in it like a couple days ago. I had my husband go to a bookstore and I was like, you need to get 400 books. Obviously my husband's like, we should be like collecting books over time and putting them in the shelves. And I was like, no, not when AD comes.
It's a fucking book. Who cares? Like, who fucking cares? Just a bookshelf. Don't put so much thought into it. Just fill it with like Harry Potter and Magic Treehouse. Who cares?
So this is the dining room. The first piece that I started
This mansion's
with
not even
was
shitty, it's
this
just boring.
apparatus chandelier. I thought it was so quirky and fun. I got this table
Very
from
quirky, I
Guard,
guess.
and I also got these chairs custom made from Stahl and Band, which I love the
Wow,
green
that's
because we're in
trash.
the trees, and I just felt like it really picked up on that.
Oh my God,
But
that seems
very funny
awful.
story about this table.
Like sitting on the Cookie Monster's
table's
nutsack.
custom made, and it came and it only fit 6 chairs, and I was like, oh my God. Thankfully, the guys at Guard were so sweet, and
It's
they're like, you know what,
Lorax
we'll take it back.
chairs.
And so that was my first mistake.
Yeah, he skinned the Lorax.
But it all ended really well, thank God. This is a dresser from Sabin. I store as much as I can in here. The one thing about this house is that it does not have a lot of closet space.
Hey, energy
And
rocks.
I have a candle obsession, so
Nice.
that's where
Oh,
a lot
wow.
of our candles are. You know, one thing about being home for the last 2 years, like working from home, staying inside, I just like have created these rituals that really help me in my mental health. And a lot of it is just as easy as opening a window and lighting a candle. And I'm telling you, it changes your whole like energy of that space. It's just something that I love, and I have burned through a lot of candles.
All
over the
power
last
to you.
2 years.
I don't think that'd make me feel much better though.
This is the kitchen. This is a very minimalistic kitchen. There's definitely hardly any space.
Is it?
But Chris and I are not huge cooks, so when we saw it, we were like, oh, this is awesome. However, having a baby, you cook a lot more. So for me, it's all about organization, and really, there is no pantry. That's insane. It's something that we loved about it.
That sounds awful.
But it is something that we're like, oh, what are we gonna do? So
Why?
this is kind of like our pantry drawer. Don't judge, because it's not very organized right now, but we really try to make it as organized as we can. So there's just like little things here and there. Basically, I stuffed everything that was on this in here, so I'm not going to show you anything else because it's all hidden. It's all hidden in the drawers. These stools are from Thomas Hayes.
Hey, good work,
and
Thomas.
What I loved about these is that
Looks
like
like
the
shit.
leather ages, and so one of the things about this kitchen specifically and about the house was when we saw it, there was a guy living here, and so it's very masculine, and I'm always about feminine and masculine balance, and
What does
so
that
I
mean?
love that this warms up the room a bit.
What the
Weird.
fuck? How is this feminine and masculine balance? They're chairs. I mean, just chairs and bowls. And like a rolling pin and a vase. Why? What is up with this trend of looking so deep into shit? You walk into a room and you're like, oh fuck. Way too masculine. It's just so basic and boring. And it's missing a pantry. Just, there's more of a prop kitchen.
Weirdly, I've become known for my kitchens because I renovated the last house that I was in. I renovated that kitchen with my dad. And the house that you guys actually last came to, my friend actually, she bought it and she hired me during the pandemic to fully renovate and design her kitchen. So I did that kitchen
Nice.
at that house, and then my girlfriend Vanessa was like,
Easy
hey, I need
business.
some help, and I knew obviously all the vendors, and we come really into kitchens even though I don't use them very often.
I'll be honest with you, Ashley, I didn't hear you. I was getting a good stretch going. Tell me about designing though. Good shit.
So this is this TV room. You know, I was really excited
Hitachi
because I
wand.
wanted this to kind of be a more casual space. And I knew that obviously my daughter Jupiter would be hanging out in here. Normally there's a lot of her toys in here. It's just very clean because you guys are here today. I just went with this sofa first. I found it at this really cool store called Beautiful Mess Home. I knew it could take like a real beating with like whatever food stains and all of that because it's just like very durable. I love this light.
No,
It's
that's not a
by
cool
Lee.
light.
And this house, like I said, I went with like a lot of quirky shapes, and so anything that would catch my eye, I just felt like this was pretty awesome. And then this is our picture of our
Aw.
Maui, who was in the last AD video, but she passed away a couple years ago. So
Aw.
we just love to have her kind of be a part of something that we are constantly in this room every morning. So she's kind of always here with us.
That's sweet.
So this is Jupiter's room. When we were prepping for Jupiter to come, the walls were white just like the rest of the house. I did have this Kalen Studios crib, which is like the best non-toxic crib on the market. So I was really excited to
What
get.
the fuck does that mean? A non-toxic crib? What, do they usually make cribs out of lead and arsenic? What does that mean? Eco-friendly and non-toxic crib. Best non-toxic crib. This sounds like a scam. Like organic oranges or something. No gamers were harmed in its making. Nice. So what does a toxic crib look like? What is it made out of? I want to get my kids something that's going to really put some hair on their chest. I want it to emit at least, I don't know, maybe like 3 bananas worth of radiation. How about this? How about toxic crib? Or what cribs are toxic? Is your baby's crib exposing them to toxins? Certain paints, glues, woods, and plastics can emit harmful chemicals and gases known to cause cognitive delays, chronic health issues such as allergies, asthma, kidney failure, cancer, and more. Knowing that your newborn baby will be spending 16 to 18 hours a day in their crib, it is vitally important to make the most educated decision on which one you're choosing. Can you give me an example of one that does that? VOCs are gases emitted from certain woods, glues, and paint finishes. So formaldehyde, benzene, phenthol, I don't even know this one, phthalates, and a slew of other gases I can't pronounce. Oh, it's like I'm reading it and wrote it. Whatever the name, I certainly don't want them anywhere near my baby. So this is one of those things where like you look at the back of a cereal box and you don't recognize 3 ingredients and immediately assume it's poison? Or is this a real thing? Holy shit, you can make meth with cribs. It is a real thing. It's mostly bullshit. Yes and no. Seems more people are saying it is a real thing. I've never heard of it before. I'm genuinely asking. I've never heard of like cribs exposing babies to toxin. Now I did know about baby food exposing them to toxins, because there was a lot of like actual like arsenic and shit in baby products. But I've never heard of like a non-toxic crib. Shout out Gerber. Yeah, amen Gerber. Rest in peace all those infants that were eating meat sticks. Like me. Bro, I was eating OG meat sticks, bro. I was getting like double the daily recommended dose of arsenic for a baby. I went to town on these bad boys. Anyone ever... We have any meat sticks fans in here? Or I think they're called Lil Sticks. Oh, yeah. Where's my Lil Sticks fans at? These bad boys, oh, they'll make you grow up big and strong. It's called Vienna sausages. Nope, they're called Lil Sticks. Vienna sausages probably have significantly less poison in them than the Gerber variant.
Get this, and of course the Leanne Ford chair, which sadly didn't come until she was like 2 months because it was on back order. But when we got it, I was so excited to finally have a place to like obviously rock her to sleep. And then yeah, I just basically saw this little swing. Of course, my dad, being the guy he is, he put it up for us, and like I think you could like, I don't know, you can put like 500 pounds on this because he's just that crazy. He's like, don't worry, this will definitely hold her. And I'm like, thanks, Dad.
That's nice. Exhibits El Mago. Yeah, maybe all the Gerber I ate as a child is why I'm so short.
Welcome to our room. I had a lot of inspiration from designers that I have looked up to, like I've mentioned Kelly Wearstler, but I also stayed at a friend's house who had Bridget Romanek who did their interior design, and I was really inspired by the bedroom and how she used wood and textures and tones, so that really inspired me for this. Basically, this chair, I honestly like was so excited just because I love the texture of it, and I was like, oh my god, this is gonna look so amazing.
I bet that's a pretty comfortable
pieces
chair.
Can be done and put in other rooms and fit in other rooms. Like that was something that was really important to me. That you know, wherever we go next, if we do, that this stuff can come with us. And
this mansion really isn't bad. It's just really basic and boring. Except for whatever this was, like a giant blunt or something. What the fuck is that?
But he has this really cool pattern, and I liked how kind of funky and dining room dresser. But he has this really cool pattern, and I liked was later. Like I just and had wanted there. That's how we got movie entertainment room. I wanted to kind of build off of these built-ins that they was doing watch.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, again, it's not even bad. It's just boring. I don't know why you singled out the Ashley Tisdale mansion. All right, 10 mansions no one wants to buy for any price.
So you're in the market for a mansion, but your budget is limited. Very, very, very limited. Well, good news.
Of course I do,
There are
Form.
mansions
And thanks
out
to the
there that
resub
could
Fresh
be
Milk.
yours for as little as $1. But a deal that seems too good to be true tends to come with a catch, or consequence. Let's take a look at 10 mansions no one seems to want to buy at any price. 1. Former mayor's house in Jordan, Minnesota.
Sounds awesome.
Many of the entries on this list have had trouble selling because they're downright spooky. But this first house is not one of those haunted mansions. This one remains on the housing market for a much more earthly problem. The 4-bedroom mansion, formerly the home of the first female mayor
Oh,
of Jordan,
asbestos.
Minnesota, is zoned incorrectly and needs
Oh.
to be moved. It has no parking and no hookup to the town's water and sewage system. And to make matters worse, while the outside looks lovely, the inside is more than a little out of style. That's how the house ended up with its unusual price tag. It's free. The current owner,
What?
the granddaughter or former mayor Gail Anderson, said in an interview that it's going to cost $50,000 to move it and $150,000 to fix it up. So I'm not giving away some hidden gem. No indeed. But free is still pretty cheap for a house of this size and
This is like
historical
a
interest,
wet dream
even
for,
if it does come
well,
with
squatters
severely
probably wouldn't even live here, but like homeless people.
2. The S.K. Pierce Mansion. This beautiful Victorian home is located in Gardner, Massachusetts, in a tiny part of New England, yet it never seems to sell for market price. Why? Because it's considered one of the most haunted places in America.
No way.
Built by wealthy businessman Sylvester Pierce in the late 1800s, this nearly 7,000 square foot mansion was built as a dream home for
Just say it in the chat
furniture
form.
magnate,
I won't play it
his
tonight,
wife,
though.
and son. Unfortunately, shortly after they moved in, his wife succumbed to a mysterious bacterial illness. Pierce remarried and had 2 other sons, but then passed away himself soon after in 1888. Over the years, his second wife too passed away, the family fortune was frittered away, and the 3 sons began to fight. The son who took control of the house turned it into a boarding house, and from there, rumors abound that a prostitute was strangled to death in the famous Red Bedroom. A Finnish immigrant burned to death in the master bedroom. Some believe having spontaneously combusted, that a young child was drowned in the basement, and the list goes on. Residents and
Doubt
visitors
it.
to the house have reported cold air, foul smells, apparitions, voices, chanting, and objects being moved or even tossed across rooms. The home has been visited by TV shows including My Ghost Story, Ghost Adventure, and Ghost Hunters. So perhaps it's no surprise that the only people who wanted the old mansion were not, in fact, residents, but a group called Dark Carnival that has made the home open to the public. It's now a haunted mansion that contains a haunted house, complete with actors and illusions, if you're
Nice.
brave enough to go inside.
Cool.
New Jersey's Aubrey Lewis house. Take a look at this Montclair, New Jersey home. Big and beautiful.
I hate
right?
it.
Well, it was on the market for just $10, and no one bought it. Why? This house too came with a pretty big drawback. Not only did it need to be moved, but it couldn't be moved more than a quarter mile because of its historical significance. It was previously home to Aubrey Lewis, an all-American athlete and one of the first black Americans to work for the FBI and to become an executive at a Fortune 100 company. 3 significant achievements individually, let alone altogether. So a prospective buyer would have needed both to want the house and to live in the neighborhood. Unfortunately, no one came forward who was willing to make the move happen.
Why?
Even after the developers who bought the lot offered $10,000 toward the cost of moving the beautiful old house. In the end, the town's Historic Preservation Commission lost out, and the historic mansion was demolished. No
Oh.
one wanted it, even for just $10.
There's no way. There's no fucking way someone wouldn't take that for $10. Like moving it, yeah, it would cost quite a bit, I guess, but there's no way someone wouldn't do that. Taxes? I guess. I don't know. There has to be more to it than just like the movement hassle. They have to move after a while. Yeah, but they only needed to move it a quarter mile. Yeah, I don't know what the tax would be on it, but still. I'm sure you could somehow turn a profit on it. Like, that's just a lot of land.
Practically free homes in European ghost towns. If you're looking to live in a big house in a place with a shrinking population, you're in luck. Italy and England both have programs that'll sell you a home for €1 or £1 as long as you're willing to live at least 5 years in the tiny communities where the abandoned homes are based. These slightly more than $1 homes are, by and large, fixer-uppers in small towns with dwindling populations that their respective nations are hoping to revive, by luring national and international buyers to purchase the big, beautiful, but broken down buildings for very, very cheap. While some people have been tempted and have undertaken the work of fixing these houses up and moving in, there are still many more homes in towns across the United Kingdom and Italy that are standing empty and ready to be purchased, for less than the price of a cup of Starbucks.
Alright.
While the idea sounds romantic, it is, in reality, a challenging project to undertake, and the requirement to continue living in the home for 5 years after the purchase has probably kept many who might be interested at bay. It's only fair to be nervous about committing to moving to a new small town long term. 5. The
Buy the whole city? The whole city would be like $100.
Another $1 house. This Kentucky mansion sold for $1 and then was given back to the city, then sold for just $1 again. This historic Kentucky mansion's problem isn't just that it's dilapidated, rumor has it that it's haunted. The spooky Romanesque style home was built in the late 1800s for a coffee merchant. It eventually became the offices for a tax business, then was taken over by the city because of, ironically enough, unpaid taxes. The beautiful old mansion was allowed to crumble as developers tried to fix it up and failed, and it
Glory days long gone.
The ghostly rumors that surrounded it, like that of a little boy seen staring out the window. Today, however, it has reportedly been turned into apartments, but there were many years when no one wanted it, even for $1.
Thanks, Resub Shark.
6. Tillamook Island Lighthouse.
Oh my god, that'd be the most miserable place to live.
Sold to a normal homeowner
Holy
at any
shit.
price is the Tillamook Island Lighthouse of Oregon, and it came with its own islands. This abandoned lighthouse took years and years to find a buyer, and only ultimately was sold to
Oh my god, that looks fucking awful.
a building filled with funeral urns. Why was no one interested in purchasing a private island in Oregon? Well, the island's nickname is Terrible Tilly, and it has a history littered with tales of death and hauntings. It has been, historically, almost impossible to safely visit, and it's said that the Native Americans from the area long believed that the rocky island was haunted by
Who
spirits.
built on that?
The lighthouse was constructed in 1881 with the aim of preventing ships from crashing into the rock. Unfortunately, the lamp was not lit in time to save the Lupatia, a boat that crashed against the rock 2 weeks before the lighthouse was completed, and which lost all 16 souls aboard. The columbarium was constructed there in the 1980s, but today has lost its license and is seeking buyers to aid with the cost of restoring it. It's hard to imagine paying any price, however, to own part of a rock so closely partnered with death itself. 7. Georgian revival homes for $1,000. What if I told you you could have a 7-bedroom, 5-bathroom home for just $1,000? Pretty sweet deal, right? The only catch is that the inside is a little bit of a fixer-upper. Or, in the words of the
There's use of Tusk,
the home
Thrill
will
House, and
need
Jinxie.
extensive and costly work done to make it livable. A glowing review. How is it possible? These dilapidated houses, of which there are many, are massive old homes, once opulent mansions, in abandoned areas of Detroit. This Georgian revival home, for example, is about 4,200 square feet and has a whopping 69 windows. Sure,
What?
many of these homes need extensive repairs to their electrical and
Holy
plumbing
shit.
systems, and when you're done, you'll live in a largely abandoned part of Detroit, but you'll be living like you're Henry Ford, and in his old neighborhood at that. The houses are regularly auctioned off by Building Detroit, with bidding starting at $1,000. The home prices are kept so low because the city is prioritizing the rebuilding and repopulating of Detroit over making big money on the sale of these massive old homes.
Nice.
Besides, you'll need that money to overhaul the insides because these mansions might be cheap to buy, but they are in rough shape. 8. The Hex House. Another house with a chilling past.
I'm so tired of these fucking haunted houses, man. Ghosts aren't real. Earth is flat. Wubba lubba dub dub.
Traditional healer known locally as a powwow doctor, meaning he practiced faith healing and witchcraft traditions brought over by Pennsylvania.
That's not a mansion. Yeah, it definitely isn't a mansion.
Ray Meyer lived in the house until 1928. when a man named John H. Blymeyer, also
I'd love to do a haunted house stream. It'd just be super boring because nothing would happen.
Came to his house with 2 accomplices
So we have to
who
set up
demand the heads
scares.
be undone. When Raymeyer refused, the 3 men beat him to death in his home. They then set the home on fire, but the house didn't burn, which locals took to be a further sign of Raymeyer's occult capabilities. The house still belongs to descendants of Nelson Raymeyer, and they briefly opened it to the public in 2007. However, they mysteriously stopped letting people in, and today, the house seems to be abandoned and is merely a stop on the town's annual haunted hayrides. What happened that made them suddenly shutter the house's doors and windows? We may never know, but we do know that no one seems to want to live in
Go
this
to a
house,
road trip to
even the
supposedly
people
haunted
that own
places.
it.
There's
9.
plenty of haunted places
North
right
Carolina's
here.
William T. Smith House.
It's just
Our
nothing
next
happens.
House is the William T. Smith House, an abandoned mansion in North
One of the
Carolina.
buildings on my college
This
campus is one of the
4,000
most
square
haunted
foot
places in
house,
Florida.
built as a plantation around
So people just hang out there late at night
1855,
and
sits on
nothing
2
would
acres of
happen,
land,
ever.
right next to a Civil
Myself
War
included.
cemetery, which makes sense because the house and surrounding area were used as a field hospital during the American Civil War, specifically around the Battle of Averasboro. Perhaps the creepy combination of plantation and field hospital have kept buyers away, as it's currently listed at just $60,000 after being abandoned some time ago.
That's
and
a
has
lot
been
more than
listed
$1,
on the market
like the
for
other
quite
ones.
some time. But there are upsides to buying this old, spooky mansion. You could get a historic preservation tax credit for fixing it up. Besides, who wouldn't want to live next to a cemetery? At least the neighbors are quiet, usually. 10. The Amityville Horror
Hey,
House.
I know
When it
this
comes
one.
To spine-tingling homes, the site of the Amityville Horror has to be at the top of the list. The Long Island home where 5 people were murdered in 1974, and which has since regularly been the topic of scary books and movies, has historically had a hard time selling for market price. And it's no surprise, since visitors and residents have reported oozing walls, levitations, and demonic happenings in the home. Surprisingly, someone was willing to buy the house in 2017 for just $200,000 less than the original asking price. We'll have to wait and see whether or not they end up writing a book about the experience.
Probably
There you
not.
have it. These 10 properties were all sold, or not sold, well below what their value should have been, whether because they came with a logistical snafu, additional costs, or something much more sinister. What do you think? Would you live in a haunted house at a reduced price? Would you be willing to move to a ghost town in exchange for a cheap mansion? What could have happened that 50 Cent's mansion sold for $2 million when it was valued at $18 million? Let us know in the
What?
comments. And
That
don't
kinda
forget
came out
to
of
give
nowhere.
this video
Probably wasn't
a thumbs
haunted.
up and subscribe to this channel for more spine-chilling information like this.
By far the best one on there was that lighthouse. And by best, I mean like actually the worst possible place to live. I couldn't imagine living in a worse place. Constantly getting blasted by massive waves, isolated from the rest of society, and the place you're living on is basically a graveyard anyway. That is the worst possible situation. No internet, no electricity, no one, and the only way to get food is to go inland with a boat and have to wait for the waves to stop being so rough. Get food from the ocean. I guess you could try fishing for the food. Just order DoorDash. Can you imagine what a fucking flex that would be if you ordered DoorDash and tell them to put the food next to a jet ski and you just roll up and pick it up? Who built it though? Couldn't tell you, but apparently it didn't even serve the one purpose it was meant for. It was supposed to be a lighthouse to stop ships from crashing into it, but they built it too late. Ship crashed into it and killed all 16 people. So the thing is just all around a failure. And it's probably haunted. If anything's haunted, it's gonna be that place. Those sailors are probably pissed. Because they had most of it up, but just didn't install the light, apparently, according to that video. It's like, you couldn't just, like, why not start with the light? Just put, like, a light on a stick while you build everything else. $25 million Vegas futuristic mansion if you want to see a shithole. Sure. Inside a $25 million futuristic Las Vegas modern mega mansion. This is 50 minutes. Wow. Wait, that's crazy. Usually his videos are like 10 or 15. He's a bit back. I'll watch a little of it. See if it captures me. I did land survey work on that house, on this house.
What's up, everybody? It's Enes here. Welcome to another episode. This week we're in Henderson, Nevada, looking at the breathtaking views of Las Vegas and about to tour this stunning modern estate. This home was designed and built by Blue Heron, and it was recently sold for a record-breaking price of $25 million, which makes this home the most expensive property ever sold in the history of Southern Nevada.
I find that so hard to
The house
believe.
itself is phenomenal. Striking contemporary architecture, walls of glass opening towards amazing views, exquisite finishes. We got a really special episode ahead of us. Now, specs of this home, it's currently designed as a 3-bedroom that can be up to 5 bedrooms if needed.
We already watched that, Mac.
15,000 square feet of interior space, built on a 1.26 acre lot. And as always, we will leave more information about the property and the property link down in the description of this video. Now, although this home has been sold, it currently serves as a show home for Blue Heron, and for that, I really want to thank them for getting us in here, allowing us to tour their amazing development and share it with all of you. And now, let's begin our tour.
Yeah, 15,000 square feet for 3 bedrooms sounds fucking stupid. This looks like the house in the first level of Hitman. True. You already did this? Did we see this one? I don't think so. I think the one you're thinking of is that futuristic mega mansion in California. The one where like the coolest thing they had was like a little touchpad that made steel shutters pop down. I don't think we saw this one. There's use of piano. The view is really cool.
The house is located in the exclusive gated community of McDonald Highlands. From the exterior, we can see the beautiful modern lines of this home. Exterior is clad with smooth stucco, complemented with this meta quartzite cladding that we're going to see throughout both interiors and the exteriors of this home. Minimalist lines. Front is nicely landscaped with this drought-tolerant rock design, and I love how they use a lot of plants and trees that are native to Nevada's landscape. Right in the center of this home, we have this section that is a little bit more taller than the rest of the house. That's where we have the staircase and the sky lounge of this home. It's the 3rd floor where you get incredible views, and we're gonna see that later in the video. Also, that section has this awesome butterfly roof design.
So many cool
that we're gonna
cactus.
talk about later in the video. Now, on my left-hand side, we have the driveway taking us to the motor court of this home. And focusing this side, we have this covered entry with a steel panel roof that takes you to the courtyard and the walkway of this property. Gorgeous pivot door, steel framed, and I really like the mirror details that they have throughout. As we go in, walkway continues.
Oh, XQC watched this one earlier today? Oh, that must be why that guy recommended it then.
Throughout the property. On my right-hand side, we have beautiful planters with a corten still giving it that rustic look. And as we continue, corten style steel panels are throughout. That's actually the garage of this home, currently being used as the office space for Blue Heron. And
Tiana? You feeding the cat? I think that's a yes. That little cat must be really hungry. Nice. Exhibits Millie and face in the resub Daniel and Piano Man.
I'm going to explain that more later in the video. And we have this reflection pool kind of setting the tone as
It's
you
not a
walk
cat,
into
it's a
the
kitten.
property. It's a beautiful detail that says
I guess.
tranquil vibe.
True.
And I love, even with the pool, how they tie in these rustic steel panel details by cladding the exterior of the pool, as well as these grid details that we see on my right hand side. Following this hallway, we can see that substantial center section of this property right here. Beautiful steel details. Same meta courtside is also here. And that pool that we saw overflows to this section here and continues into the other reflection pool, which is
I mean, this design looks
we
cool,
have
I
this
guess,
walkway
especially if
here,
you like
and before
cactus,
we go into the
cacti.
main home, I want to take everybody here, and this is where we have the casita. I said casita because this is a detached structure right next to the home, currently stays as an office. I love this space because we have walls of glass bringing a ton of natural light to the interiors. We have a desk.
You said this was a
here,
shithole.
and
This
just
doesn't look like a
exterior
shithole at
walkway,
all.
They brought some of the planter details into this space as well, but
These are prime
rather than
squiddy.
going with that rusted Corten steel look, they went with the blackened design, which looks a little bit more sleek and kind of cleaner. Another detail I really like here, they left all the columns and the steel beams that pretty much frames this structure all exposed, giving it that industrial look. And we have these sliding glass doors opening up to the patio space for the office. I love how they landscape this entire space with native materials and plants from Nevada.
Man, I would hate that.
And it's nice that
Bro, I'm living in Nevada. I've spent $25 million on a mansion. The last thing I want is cacti in my house. And dirt.
You can see the stucco
And like
detail on the exterior,
sand.
pretty much going into the interiors as well. So you
Like,
have that
I'm in a house to get away from that.
transition, recessed lights on the ceiling, and wrapping around, we have some built-ins on this side, and this frosted glass door opens up to the half bathroom for the office. We have a gorgeous fabricated sink design with a hidden drain, chrome fixtures, the medicine cabinet, and the same metacore side is actually wrapped on this side as well. Right hand side, we have glazed tiles going with that black colored theme and a black toilet. And as we exit this bathroom for the casita, we have an exterior door here opening up to the courtyard that we mentioned earlier. Overall, it's a great space detached from the main home. Now I want to take everybody back to the exterior walkway. And as we go in, first thing we see is the incredible views of Las Vegas Strip. This frame, without a doubt, is one of the
Jesus
most
Christ, there's cacti everywhere.
And I know it looks all open right now, but we actually have a sliding glass door assembly here, closing this section, and we have another one on this side in case you want to close this walkway. Now you may ask why you want to close that walkway, because on my right hand side,
This would be the worst house to live in if you were drunk. Stumbling home late at night, like just trying to go to your bed, you just fall into this fucking pool because you're surrounded by a moat, and then stumble into cacti.
Framing the amazing views of Las Vegas Strip. And I love this part of the home because you can see a lot of the materials and finishes they use throughout the property in this space with the courtside steel panels, glass walls, and I love how they framed this view, but yet still brought some of those Nevada native materials like the rocks, cactus trees on each side of this reflection pool. Again, phenomenal view, amazing space, and like I mentioned earlier, this house has 3 pools. This happens to be one of them. Now,
that's not a pool though. Look at like that's not a pool. That's probably not even like a foot deep. It is just rocks that have a little bit of water on top of them. That is not a goddamn pool. Like, this is worthless. Like, you can't swim in this. You can walk on it, like, to your shins, I guess, maybe. No, you genuinely can't swim in this. Unless you're like a Smurf, I guess. Like, there's nothing you can do to swim in that. Unless it just deceptively looks shallow. You could still drown in it. Well, I mean, I guess if you want to get, like, really, like, pessimistic about it. Like the resub Maceo.
This happens to be one of them. Now, I want to take everybody back and take to this side. We have a sliding glass door that is currently open, and this is technically the main entry of this home. On my right-hand side, we have a small walkway that goes to the back side of the property. Steel staircase that goes up.
I'm not even safe from cacti in my own home.
Beautiful modern design with acrylic steps. This looks stunning. And again, we will talk more about these architectural details as we tour the home. Now, as soon as you walk in, the first room you see in front of you is the great room. I said great room because this space is all open, gets a ton of natural light, and we currently have all the automatic sliding glass doors opened up, tucked into the walls, where you can appreciate these views even more. I mean, we have.
Do they not have
the
bugs
entire
in
Las
Nevada?
Vegas Strip right in front of us.
I feel like all the
Since we're
cacti
so
and
high
shit
up,
would definitely
this
bring in some
space in
bugs.
this room just feels so tranquil and quiet, which is amazing. We have another infinity edge pool right in front of us, and we're going to talk about this backyard and the whole setting in a bit.
Yeah,
there are
a
a
lot
lot
of them.
details there to
Mm.
cover, but first I want to focus on this seating section here. Again, it's all open. We have a ceiling mount TV on this side, which looks like it's literally floating, and it's actually right in front of the reflection pool that we saw off of the entrance.
That is a really
They
cool
even
TV.
put a sliding glass door right behind the TV that tucks into the wall, so you can kind of hear the water feature, water running right behind your TV. Again, also allows that natural light to come in. Seating section right next to the kitchen. And then, Mikey, why don't we focus on this side for a second? This is the other corner opening up to another pool that opens up to that other section, which we're going to talk in a bit.
Well, this one looks like you might actually
This
be able to
house
swim in
is
it.
just so crazy with all these sliding glass doors opening up. It's all kind of connected, but at the same time, they all open up to the outdoors. It's almost overwhelming to explain, but space is phenomenal.
Yeah, I think you know that I love swimming, and we got a lot of pools to choose from here. Literally.
Yeah, I hope you're like 3
go
feet
to
tall,
your
Mikey.
kitchen, jump in a pool, go to your living room, jump in another pool, and then the backyard has another pool, which
Yes.
we'll see in a second.
Insane, right?
Yeah.
And Mikey, let's show this walkway for a second. I know we're going to tour the backyard in a bit, but you have a walkway from your great room that takes you either to your backyard or the staircase where you can go up to an amazing deck space where you can see the views even better. We're going to cover that in a bit as well. And they accomplished this open concept by putting a lot of steel elements like the one right above us, which is this massive I-beam that allows this house to be all open. Overall, beautiful modern lines. I love the polished concrete floors. And I say I love polished concrete floors because you can go whatever direction you want with them. You can either leave the space very sleek with minimal furniture and go for that modern clean look, or you can easily put a lot of furniture and art and kind of warm up the space, and those floors or these concrete floors will still go with that, which is awesome.
Yeah.
I guess.
That's kind of it for the great room.
But the last
And
thing
then
I'd want
so
here
far
is more
details, like the
cacti.
two-story ceilings here. You can see the loft space.
There's
or this
resub.
massive opening.
Chrome.
where You can literally take a seat here and look at the
I don't
sky
know,
from
bye.
your
I have
great
no
room.
idea.
Overall, phenomenal space, flows directly in your kitchen. Now, there are a lot of unique details in this kitchen that I want to cover. Very minimalist, everything is nicely paneled in. We have travertine countertops for the most part. We have this third island here. There are 3 islands. And I want to talk about a very subtle detail here.
They
Like,
can
you
pull
see
apart.
this subtle V-shape
Yeah.
steel panel. We actually already saw quite a bit of these subtle V
Maybe not.
details throughout the property. Remember the exterior kind of walkway where we have the water feature floating into that first reflection pool?
Who cares?
The water feature was shaped in V. If you look at the exterior of the home, a lot of the small
What-
exterior walls are connected
Who
with
gives a fuck?
steel V panels, and we're going to see a lot more of them throughout. So I love that subtle detail. This island is clad with walnut countertops, and right at the seams they run this brass detail that looks really cool. Even these bar stools are made out of
Thanks,
steel.
chat.
Again, they use a lot of steel throughout the property. Mikey, let's check out the second island. Now, this is really interesting. Travertine countertops. They did a steel waterfall edge.
That was a good
on this
opportunity
side,
for a
and
V.
on
They
this
blew
one,
it.
They integrated these massive, I'm going to call them iPads, or the screens, where you can actually go internet, get on Pinterest if you're looking for a recipe, listening to podcasts, you can do whatever you want. It's a cool feature, so I wanted to mention that. This home is wired with Savant home automation system, so throughout the homes, you guys are going to see these small iPads or the screens on the walls where you can control your shades, automatic windows, all the features that comes with the house.
Yeah.
Wanted to mention that.
Thanks, you give Sub-Zero.
We're in the kitchen, but I'm actually seeing more details. I love throughout these exterior walkways, we saw these plants with gravels right next to the paths, right? They also
Man, stop
brought
calling
these
them
details
plants.
to the indoors of the home.
They're not
and
plants,
they
they're
even
like fucking
light
built-in
up those
weaponry.
cactuses, so at night, this place actually
Like
looks
something you'd have for
phenomenal,
Plants
and I
vs.
can really
Zombies.
see that they paid attention to their exterior lighting, especially plant lighting and landscape lighting.
I think lighting throughout the whole house. Obviously, we haven't seen it at night yet. I'm excited to see it at night.
Yep.
But they have different colored lights kind of in each room. They'll have orange lights, they'll have white lights, and kind of more bluish lights. So
To set a different mood within the room.
exactly, yeah. So I'm really excited to see it at night.
I mean, it's overwhelming. There are so many details, and I'm like, I don't want to miss any of them because this house is so cool. All right, main island, we have same travertine countertops here, beautifully fabricated sink design, and let's see, we have
Oh,
the
yeah.
dishwasher here again, going with that seamless, clean look. And right behind me, we have more.
A kid could not visit this house.
Cabinetry,
Yeah, they're not welcome here.
ovens, Wolf induction cooktops.
They have
here,
nature's
with
barbed
griddle,
wire built into it.
travertine countertops.
All the
Here's
cacti
another
everywhere.
detail I would like to talk about here.
Those kids would
So
not
we saw a lot of
survive.
Steel details throughout so far, and they have another one right here. They clad this upper section, put a mirror in front of it to take advantage of the views right behind us. And to go with that minimalist look, they actually tucked in the kitchen vent inside of this assembly, so you get this clean look, but yet you get the functionality as well. And on top of that, they have a glass backsplash because as I'm looking, or as
Do
I'm
they
looking
believe in
here,
microwaves?
literally
I didn't see
the
one.
Las Vegas Strip right behind me, which is just mind-boggling.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible.
Incredible.
Where's the microwave
Let's
at?
focus on this side for a second. We have an
Oh,
espresso maker.
wait, no, that's not it. Where is it?
Microwave
Oh,
and
there it is.
paneled in freezer and fridge. Again, looks very seamless. Overall, this is a great kitchen. I mean, I want to keep talking about it, but we got to move on. We got to talk about other details. We have another hallway here opening up to the dining area. We're going to check that out in a bit. But first, I want to take everybody to this side.
God damn it, you just said you were leaving the kitchen.
We have a secondary opening that takes you to the chef's kitchen.
Ah, where
This
the
chef's
chef lives.
kitchen has everything you need. Starting here, we have a paneled-in dishwasher, sink, nice stone countertops, also used as a half backsplash, 48-inch Wolf stove, 6-burner with a girdle in the center, and vent is tucked into the ceiling. Talking about those steel details, they actually paneled in this section with steel as well. And I like how they did a half mirrored backsplash because it makes the space feel a little bit bigger and you can actually see the reflection of the views even from this side of the home. Lastly, a couple more things. Countertop mounted pot filler, we love these. I think this is the second time we're seeing this detail, so we appreciate that. And since they wanted to leave that backsplash clean, we have these pop-up plugs that are nicely concealed into the countertops. Focusing on this side, we have some
These are prime
microwaves here.
Octo.
Ready, Mikey? Warming drawer number 1, warming drawer number 2.
Very nice. What's in the middle?
Deep fat fryer.
Cabinet,
Drawer, regular drawer.
Mhm.
Cool.
And on this side,
Mikey, shut the fuck up, you're ruining it.
and freezer.
You've ruined it.
This door may look like another fridge or freezer door. It actually opens up to a small pantry. They wanted to go with that kind of a door to kind of blend in the design. Overall, great space that complements the main kitchen. And now we're in this kind of a back hallway. First, I want to
Man, this place is a labyrinth.
Right behind me, we have the elevator access on this level. That's the first reflection pool that we saw off of the entry. They even put a sliding glass door here so you can actually hear the water going down to another reflection pool. Look at the window assembly here. This is insane. I mean, this house is so architecturally unique and different. And Mikey, I need you to turn around to the other side for a second. I forgot about this when we were at the entry. You see this kind of a blue crystal walkway or this landscaping design?
Yeah.
They have this at the entry of the house and at the backyard as well, and it's perfectly straight.
I was going to ask that.
I don't care about the
saw
racing
backyard
stripe. Who
on the
cares?
floor, and I noticed it here.
Yes.
But yeah, so it's a perfectly straight line throughout the house.
So?
It actually picks the same line down at the backyard. How crazy is that?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Talking about nailing these details are not easy at all, but they did a
What
great job.
what
I mean, I gotta
detail?
give credit to
It's a fucking
Aaron
line.
for thinking about all these intricate details and actually making them work, which is not easy. Now, we have this opening here that takes us to the laundry room. This is without a doubt one of the most kind of entertaining and different laundry rooms we've ever seen because it has a bunch of seating areas. It's all open, gets a ton of natural light. Without a doubt, it's one of the best lit laundry rooms we've ever toured on this channel.
This is the laundry room.
Yeah, it looks like a nice office or a seating area.
Yeah, I thought this was maybe.
Mikey, I swear to God.
Mikey, let's make it
I'm
clear
about to
by
fire
first
you.
Opening this sliding glass door. This is where you have your washer and dryer.
You weren't lying.
Yeah, so that's that.
This
That's
giant
the seating
space for
section,
just
a lot of basic
one
cabinets,
washer and one
sliding
dryer.
glass doors opening up the small
Not
courtyard
even
on the backyard
6.
space that we're gonna see in a bit. Right around the corner, we got a doggy wash. They even thought about that. And the reflection pool that we saw at the entry, you can actually see it here. They even put a kind of a half sliding window design that stacks all the way to this side, opening up the laundry room to the outdoors so you can have all this fresh air and natural light come in. Desk setup here, This is crazy.
Yeah, it's really nice, and I gotta say,
Thanks,
guys,
Resubscribe.
we are in Las
Does it
Vegas.
ever get
It's
windy
right
in Las
outside,
Vegas?
So, as Ennis talks about the outside,
I've never
I'm trying
been.
to get my
Is there a lot of
camera
wind?
to compensate, but it's tough.
It's tough. So give Mikey a little slack there.
Yeah.
Extremely. I feel like having these windows open, surrounded by cacti, is really dangerous when it comes to like getting super windy. Imagine it just wiggles one of them loose and you just got a fucking airborne cactus coming at you. I don't know how heavy these kind of cacti are though. The ones I know are like super light.
Now, we're back into the hallway. You may think that I'm going to go this side, but not. Mikey, come to this section for a second. Look at this steel corner pivot door that opens up.
Are these kind of cacti heavy?
Most unique powder room we've ever.
I used to care for the one in our biology
I say
classroom,
unique because the ceiling heights in this
and it
room
was very, very light.
which is insane. That's a skylight, 30 foot above us, with plastered stucco walls. Without a doubt, this is one of the most unique powder rooms we've ever seen on this channel. We have a gorgeous fabricated Benedict design here out of the same meta quartzite that we've been seeing throughout. And in case you're wondering where is the faucet, it's actually here. That's the knob. And
I was gonna say, you know, I'm gonna ask you to turn that on.
And then you have this floating mirror design. This is a powder room. Without a doubt, the house's architecture and its finishes really sets itself apart from
Cool.
a lot of the moderns that, honestly, we've ever toured. Now, let's take everybody back to this hallway. Ready? Another unique room setup here.
A wine cellar.
Now, it's
Well,
like
not a
this
cellar,
long
but a
walkway.
wine room.
It's all enclosed in glass, so you can see it from your dining area. And I love these ceiling mount racks that they have with LED lighting. Mikey, we need a close up here. I talked about this V-shaped steel details, right? And look at the shape of these shelves. I love it. I love subtle details like that.
Why?
That just shows how much they paid attention to their details and uniformity of the home.
Yeah.
Exterior door here. This is another signature blue heron detail. They have these curved stucco walls with this kind of unique pattern. We're gonna see that a lot throughout. And following this hallway, that's the kitchen and a great room, by the way. Right behind us, we have the formal dining room area. Just like the rest of the common spaces in this house, it's all open, walls of glass that takes you straight to the outdoors. Beautiful table.
Yeah, everything leads to the outdoors, it seems. This whole fucking house is
Right on
open.
top of the table setup, we have this
Which I guess would be
stunning
cool if it wasn't just surrounded by cacti.
dining room light detail that I had to point out because it's so unique. Now, Mikey, let's check out some outdoor spaces.
Into the
This
desert
whole
we
dining
go.
area opens up to the outdoors. Wrapping around in this covered section, we got a small outdoor kitchen here, barbecue setup with a sink, small fridge, and your Wolf Gas barbecue. This section is also
Alright, what else do they have that isn't just the same fucking garbage over and over?
like space, which is because it's kind of an outdoor bar.
Let me see that
But
third
because
pool.
It's breathtaking. It's insane, and this view at night, in my opinion, looks even better. Now let's go back to this sidewalk
Okay.
strip right in front of us. It's crazy to me that a city like Las Vegas exists because it's kind of in the middle of nowhere. But look at the scenery here, this whole establishment and the city.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And
It's
these
a nice
beautiful
view.
Modern homes. I mean, it's mind-boggling.
You'll get no complaint from me.
Travel destinations in the country.
Probably in the world, Mikey.
Built in the middle of a desert. It's always fascinating to me too. Like how Las Vegas was even.
Bro, I don't care about the lore of Las Vegas. I really
Bottom of
don't.
the houses I love, and I bedroom suite. Looking at the maze bus plant like bed setup here, king size bed with a little bit of a recessed in lighting right behind it. Amazing setup, stone walls. Of course, your views are
15,000 square
phenomenal.
feet, you get
And I
3
love that
bedrooms and they look like
section
this.
is a little bit lower, so you
No
kinda take
TV.
advantage of the reflecting pool. And from your bed, as you're laying down, all you see is this water or the glass of water and the incredible views. This is phenomenal. And of course, to bring some privacy to the space, we have automatic shades throughout. And in case you're wondering, you're like, Enes, what if I want to watch TV?
That's what I said.
We actually have a built-in TV right in front of the bed setup. So with a push of a button, it goes all the way up. It's right in front of you. With a push of a button, it goes down. Overall, great primary bedroom. And there are 2 more details I want to talk about here. Number 1, we have the same rock kind of revealed details throughout. Steel staircase with a walnut thread. And Mikey, let's get a close up here. They kind of have this built-in cabinetry with a plug inside. So at night or like whenever you're laying down, you can charge your phone here. Have a plug. I don't know if you're on your computer. It's a nice little detail.
I always love those kinds of beds also.
With the built-in storage and all that?
Yeah.
I get that. All right, right behind the bedroom setup.
You said
kinda
something
has a
stupid,
seat
Mikey.
Section.
You said something really
We
dumb.
have some built-ins here, and check this out. This one is actually the second pop-up TV that the primary bedroom has. So in
Why?
case you want to watch some TV here, you can do that. Talking about the indoor-outdoor flow, we have another set of these sliding glass doors pocketing in, opening up to this atrium. We're going to check that atrium in a bit. But first, I want to take everybody to this side to talk about the bathroom and the closet space. Mikey, look at this reflecting mirror design here, because it's actually
A one-way mirror.
water closet.
Oh.
I want you to go in there. It's too tight for both of us, but from your toilet setup, you take advantage of the amazing views, and it's actually smoked, so you don't see it from the outside, but you see the views from the inside. Nice little detail, nicely packed in here, paneled in.
There's the prime
Let's talk
lettuce.
about this
Resub scap.
shower design. This is stunning. It's all enclosed with glass. This is probably one of the most unique rainhead floor mount shower designs we've ever seen. It looks very sleek, same stone that we've been seeing throughout. They also brought it here. And in case this is not good enough, right above you we have a rainhead as usual. This is also a steam
Nice.
shower with some open shelving here. And first I thought this was some sort of just a bench design for the walk-in shower, but then I realized I found this detail. Check this out. It
Oh,
has
it's a
drawer with
self-destruct
riveted
device.
Controls for the fixtures. Ready, Mikey?
Whoa!
Warming drawer?
Yeah, for your towels.
Okay. And I like how you said that if that's not good enough, you have a rain head. But if that shower's not good enough,
Oh yeah, I mean we're gonna check that out in a bit.
Yeah.
We got.
Oh, okay.
Freestanding tub
Okay, now
right
you got
in
my
the center
interest.
of the primary bathroom. They went with the darker tone here to create a nice contrast. Again, floor mount fixture, and right behind me we have a ton of cabinetry. But this one, actually, let me tuck this in. It's one of these door designs that we like, and opens up.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty fucking
Primary
cool.
bathroom, you get a sink design here, dishwasher, some cabinets, same travertine countertop.
Yeah, fuck with that.
They also used it here.
That's so unnecessary.
Warming drawer, and an espresso maker, all for your primary bedroom. It's amazing. Now this section is all open, and we're going to come to that in a bit. But first, I want to take everybody. And
Yep,
check out
first thing I want to step on is
closet
rocks when I come out of the
It's
shower.
all open. We have these
Yeah, you're gonna build up
wardrobes
calluses quick
right
in this
the center
place.
of this primary closet. More drawers on this side, also serving as this white countertop space. All these doors are nicely paneled in, and I gotta show this one. This one actually have an access to a panic room. We'll leave that private for now, but you have it if you need to. And go in here. Backside of the wardrobes are all open with the hangers, kind of racks, anything you need.
Exhibits
More
Lee.
base cabinets on this side, and this is kind of the second part of the primary closet. I love this linear skylight design that they have. Brings natural light to the space, island in the center. Overall,
Natural light's
great
overrated.
closet
Outside
space,
is
ton of
cringe.
natural light
Embrace
coming in.
fluorescent and
More
LED.
base cabinets on this side, and now let's talk about the remaining part of the primary bathroom. Now, Mikey, let's focus on this side where we have the double vanity setup, beautiful travertine countertops with the waterfall edge, 2 sinks. We always appreciate these countertop mount fixture handles. They're brushed nickel, and we got this gorgeous floating mirror design that's right in front of us. And in case you're wondering, you're like, Enes, you're looking at a great view, and that mirror is right in front of you. But with a push of a button, you can actually tuck it all the way to the ceiling and have this
Holy
bathroom
shit.
fully open. And I say fully open because we actually have a corner glass detail right here. That's automatic. It's currently open, and it takes you straight to the outside where we have this atrium for the primary bedroom suite or the primary bathroom suite. Walkway takes you all the way to the view, but more importantly,
There's a tier 1
right above
shack
me,
in the
we have
resub
2 rain heads.
Bride Diaz.
So in case you want to shower outside rather than inside, you can easily do that, and I think this is awesome.
yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. In the other bathroom, if you don't want to use that shower, not in the other bathroom, in the other shower, if you don't want to use that one, you can use this one.
Absolutely. We can actually see all the handles here. Another freestanding tub on the outside, so in case you want to just soak up here, look at the views, you can easily do that. Now, following this walkway, we have opening
Wow.
here again from the primary bedroom seating area. And as we continue, more of these cord 10 steel planters. Side of the
I think I would really like this a
space,
lot more if it wasn't
seating
actually
section.
surrounded
We
by
always
booby
love these
traps with all these
details,
cacti.
rain chains instead of gutters to give that mid-century modern look.
I think I'd find it a lot
This
cooler.
walkway takes you to your backyard and the views. This is amazing. We have the reflection pool right in front of us. Without a doubt, the first floor of this property is really impressive, and that's pretty much it on this level. Now let's go back inside, take the stairs, and check out the second floor.
View's actually insane. The view's nuts. True.
All right, everyone. Here we are at the second floor landing. We have the staircase going up to the.
That was
floor,
only the
which we're gonna
first
check out in a
floor.
bit.
Holy
Here, that's
shit.
Nice and open. We got a beautiful couch set up here, facing the incredible views. And I know I talked about this at the backyard. This house has a butterfly roof line, and we can actually
B-Hop CSGO map with rock pits.
bedroom.
Bro, this shit is like what Macaulay Culkin would have dreamed of. It is burglar proof.
With a push of a button,
Someone comes in to try and steal your Xbox or something, they're running into 9,000 cacti on the way.
Yeah, a lot of cool unfolding TVs here.
a lot of cool gadgets too, right? All right, let's look at this section for a second. We have an out.
Like, you're not even safe on the second floor if you try and rappel in. There's just cacti up here, too.
We'll check out this section in a bit. I want to kind of focus on this bedroom. Mikey, we've been talking about the gravel or like these rock reveal details throughout. They have it also here. They have plants.
It's good to see you, man. Hope you're having a good night, X.
Landscaping lighting for the plants.
Thanks to resub panties.
Attention to detail here.
Once again, I bet this is going to look really cool at night.
I bet. Automatic shades throughout, and we have the bedroom set up here. This is automatic. We actually have a curtain set up that kind of separates and creates a little bit privacy for the
I wish for
bedroom
one of these
setup
like crazy
here.
modern
Wall-
mansions with
walnut panels right
futuristic
behind the
tech, they
bed
just had an
setup.
actual ejector seat in one of their chairs,
Laying
like
down on
Johnny
this bed,
English or
looking
something.
at the view of Las
Then
Vegas
Innes
and this
takes it
bed.
for a test
This is
drive.
special.
Yeah.
All right, this bedroom kind of has its own private balcony setup. And one of my favorite details about this home is actually located right here. This massive opening. It almost creates this wind tunnel that goes through the house, creates that nice breeze, and it's just this awesome architectural kind of frame.
Can
that
you
I
turn it
think
off?
looks very unique, both from the outside.
Can I
and the
close
inside.
that?
This section is all covered, opens up to the bathroom, which we're going to see in a bit. But
That's gonna
even
be
here,
miserable when it
two
gets really
outdoor
hot.
Showers with rain heads above us. Stunning. I feel like I want to talk about all the details, but there are so many in this house. Now, right here we have the bathroom for this bedroom. Ton of natural light coming in. We currently have the sliding glass doors closed.
You can shoot intruders from there.
This massive.
Yeah, I can't wait till we get to the third floor with the sniper's nest.
Freestanding tub here with a floor mount tub filler, and going to this side, partially enclosed with the glass, we have
Thanks to the resub
this
Moon
gorgeous
and
walk-in
Kanye.
shower with this beautiful stone that has been book matched, brush nickel finishes with the body sprays, rain heads, open shelving, and we even have towel racks here that are heated. Now at the side, we have the vanity setup here, 2 sinks, and Mikey, we got to take everybody to this section. First off,
Speed it up, Mikey. You're ruining it. Jesus
where we
Christ, man.
have the water closet, and you got a makeup section here. And this closet kind of keeps giving. We have a fridge here, small sink, washer and dryer just for this bedroom.
Thanks, resub easy.
Wrapping around, we
And
have more built-in
snazzy.
cabinets. Overall, great bedroom suite. I
And
love
prime
that
salad.
closet is nicely tucked into the back with a washer and dryer.
Do you?
It's nice
I guess this is a question to chat. Do you think there has ever been a single point in history where someone actually used one of these kind of bathtubs, like these goofy little half eggs? I can't imagine this is like a comfortable thing to sit in. They have to just be for show, right? Like this is some old timey shit. You're basically just sitting in like a fucking bucket, just a flat bottom. Looks miserable. My house is literally bigger than this. Alright, man. Alright, Jesus Christ. Didn't realize we had Jeff Bezos' son in here, goddamn. It's meant for tall people. Just because I'm short doesn't mean that I'd find it, like, less comfortable than a tall person. It is a goddamn tub sitting on a pile of rocks. And it's a flat bottom. Like, this just looks miserable. You've clearly never been in a half egg. I've never been in a tub that looks like this. In fact, the last time I was in a tub was probably when I was like 12 years old. So maybe I just hate bathtubs. I don't know.
just a nice convenience to have. And I feel like this Sky Suite can easily qualify as one of the primary bedrooms. It's a little bit more elevated, tiny bit smaller than the main bedroom that we saw on the lower level, but overall another great bedroom. Now, outer space on our left-hand side, but I want to take everybody back to the main walkway where we came up to the second floor. On my left-hand side, we can see the great room and the kitchen section. Again, the second floor of this home is all open, And even the ceilings here, Mikey, it's all stucco, which is crazy. So you get that seamless indoor-outdoor transition with the architecture. Now, this walkway opens up, second floor.
Man, what are those?
This
Ninja stars on the wall?
That are out. You get this built-in
cool, I
seating
guess.
section here, and I just realized they carried out the same hardwood floors as a back wall or back feature here as well. You have your loft bar. I say loft because this space is all open, technically to your great room.
There's
You
Resub
get the
Luigi,
seating section.
Night Owl.
Talking about those V shapes with the steel panels, they have it also here, and the brass inlay. But this
Let's go, the
section
V!
is
Let's
actually
fucking
wrapped with
go!
glitter. Feels very exquisite. And right behind me, we have a kind of a
That's
bar
what it's
wall,
all about.
recessed in, open shelving, and let's see. We got a fridge. Trying to see, I think this is a base cabinet. There you go. Ice maker, small sink, open shelving. Great addition, and I like that brass detail or the reveal detail that they have kind of around the cabinetry here. Mikey, let's focus to the views for a second.
Where's the marble? Yeah, no
It's
marble,
incredible.
actually,
From the
if you can
second
believe
floor
that.
Views are a tiny bit more elevated. Again,
Kind of
we
a
have
waste.
The Las Vegas views, the strip views, right? in
No
front of
marble,
us.
no purchase.
And this loft section continues. They place the pool table here. Before we leave this side, I want to show this. Another one of these concealed
Time for
doors
Rocket League tomorrow.
that goes into a
11
power
a.m.
room
Moisty
for
Sports
this
Winners
level or the
Finals.
loft space. Beautiful vanity design.
11 a.m.
plywood
EST.
stone, and the back walls, everything.
So
even
8.5
the
hours
design
from
has
now.
these industrial lines. Right behind, we have the water closet. Great bathroom located in a convenient spot. Now we got another bedroom on this level, but first, let's take everybody to the outdoors. Again, I'm gonna put my glasses on because it's pretty bright out
Thanks,
there.
Resub DK.
Talking about some of those rustic industrial elements, we have the steel panels below us. And this is the deck space you get on the second floor, complementing the Sky Suite and the loft space. You have the fire pit right in the center, some
Mhm.
outdoor seating. Again, I feel like I've said views 1,000 times, but how do I not talk about it? This is all I see as I walk in or throughout the property.
Yeah, it's really incredible.
It is
And Mikey, I know
breathtaking.
we talked about this. This is the cantilevered exterior staircase that we saw from the backyard. I mean, just walking to the edge, looking
Thanks,
at these
Resub
views,
Ghost Hunter.
this is such a unique.
The view's not bad. It's really not. It's a cool view. Like they showed it at night. It was cool. The only thing that makes it less cool is that you're just surrounded by a lot of dirt. Looks like this was like the first development they did here. So it's just a bunch of dirt, and then I guess they're building like a mini-me mansion over here. But like if you look past the dirt and past the desert, you can see life in the distance. And god damn it, that's worth something.
Detail of this home, for sure. All right, let's take everybody back in. We have another bedroom to see on this level. Let's check that out real quick. And it's located right behind the loft bar. It starts on this side. It's super warm and
Third degree
spacious
burns if you
here.
walk on those
Natural light
beams
coming into the
barefoot.
bedroom. Bed set up on
Luckily,
this
you can
side.
never walk on
You have
anything
the
barefoot
TV
here because it's
stucco
covered in
walls,
fucking rocks.
And it has this full open bathroom design. I say open, but right around here, another concealed door, we actually have the water closet. So the closet is a little closed, but the vanity design, the back walls, walk-in shower is all open, beautiful stone floors. And Mikey, can we
There's
take
your
everybody
view.
to the outside for a second? If you don't want to shower indoors, right behind that walk-in shower, you can actually shower outdoors.
The thing with water
It's Vegas, Mikey.
I didn't even realize this one was there.
Let's go.
But yeah, that's really cool.
Super cool, right? Overall,
I like
great
it.
bedroom and great
That one's
bathroom.
even more dangerous than the other one. They got 3 tall
Back
boy
to the bedroom.
cacti.
Let's take a look at the patio space dedicated to this bedroom. Starts right here, another fire pit, massive oval skylight right above us. It's not actually a skylight, it's an opening that allows natural light to come in, and more of these amazing views. And that's pretty much it for the second floor. Now let's go back inside, take the stairs, and check out the third floor.
Mm-hmm. Oh wait, this third floor is looking kind of cool.
All right, everyone, here we are at the third floor.
This is where it pops off, huh?
Sky Lounge. Now, before I talk about this space, I want to turn back and cover this staircase design. Walls of glass bring a ton of natural light, and right on top, they have this thermally modified spruce wood that they have throughout the ceilings of this level. It
I
goes
don't
all the way
care.
to the outdoors. And my assumption is it's thermally modified because the heat and sun in Vegas is kind of harsh, so it needs to withstand that.
Yeah, I could imagine a normal wood getting maybe just super dry in the sun or something.
Maybe cracking.
Yeah.
Definitely. All right, the first door right next to us opens
Yep,
up to a
I
full
guess.
bathroom.
I don't care,
Now,
man.
this
It's fucking
bathroom design
spruce
is
wood.
very unique.
Yeehaw.
We have all these rain heads on this side, and this glass panel is reflected from the other side, meaning if you're in the Sky Lounge, you cannot actually see through the bathroom, but yet once you're inside, you can actually see the views, which is super cool. And I know what Mikey's thinking. He's like, and
Makes use of ocean.
turn on the rain heads. And the answer is no, because if we turn them on, it's gonna splash, it's gonna create a mess. My suit needs to look good.
Not this time.
Not this time, but you guys get the point. A lot of rain heads. Right next to that, we got this gorgeous marble pedestal sink.
Finally,
That
some
looks
marble.
stunning. And in here, let's see.
That's what this place was really lacking.
We have this door opening up to a powder room that is nicely hidden. Now let's get out and
Why do they hide the
our
shitters,
tour. We're
though?
Back at the landing of the top
What's the
floor.
point?
And as we walk in, we have the Sky Lounge right in front of us. Think about this space as your little nightclub or a lounge or a bar that you have within your home. It's on the 3rd floor, so it's nicely kind of detached from the rest of the floors. All opened up towards the amazing views. Beautiful ceiling that continues all the way to the outdoors. And you have the seating section right in the center. And right next to the seating section, we have this awesome bar with the bar seating.
The bar's cool.
Even the stone on the front side of the bar is stunning. And Mikey, I don't know if you can see it. On the floors, we have these LED strips nicely recessed into the floors, making that stone pop a little bit more. And wrapping around, we have the
Is that real? Oh shit, I live a few blocks from this house. I do contracting for real estate here in Vegas. In my experience, it's fucking stupid not to have plant a bunch of trees with big properties like this for more natural shade. There's no damn natural shade. It's the first house they built on that McDonald Ranch hillside, so it's literally the outskirt of Vegas with mostly desert around you. Plus you're gonna get snakes, scorpions, and coyotes, so no little pets or they might get fucking eaten. That's exactly what I said, man. Like, this is an action. They brought the desert to your $25 million house. You are going to have so many bugs and shit in this place. That's exactly what I fucking said. It is an actual safety hazard to live here. Like, you might as well just live in the desert. Well, not really. I mean, there's a lot more luxury here. But you get the point. It's nothing but dirt, rock, and cacti. And it's all open.
Here, a lot of amenities. I mean, I'm going to show as much as I could, but dishwasher, ice maker, we got everything here, cabinets, there you go. This is another, I think this is a fridge, another fridge. Every single one of these bars, you know, you get everything you need. And this section is clad with glass with the really unique
Thanks to resub Canadian.
They also brought the steel elements to this side, making it kind of like a countertop with the TVs on the back.
One thing, you have to go in there. I got to show the people something.
How do you go? Oh, right behind there?
Yeah, yeah.
Let's go.
So go in there to the other side of the bar.
Oh, that's
Oh,
nice.
what the fuck?
Door.
Okay.
Look at the walls.
Oh, wow. Okay, I did not see this space.
Yeah.
It's all padded with this really unique wool design, I guess.
It's like a fur almost.
Oh, what?
I mean, this is Las Vegas,
Ew.
so it has a
People like to entertain
has
out
a
here.
reputation for entertainment, I guess.
That's true. That's true. We gotta give that to people. Also, this open shelving here, so cool, right? With this grid design on the back, LED lighting from the floors. Everything about this home is so decked out. Now, we kind of forgot this, but I want to take everybody to this corner.
So, hold on.
Decked out. Now, we kind
Real
of
estate guy, if you're still here, I'm beyond curious. It looks like a lot of the shit in this house doesn't close. So I recognize that this will close, but on a lot of other places, especially on the second floor, it looks like they just have open areas with no way of closing it. Is that normal in Las Vegas? Just to leave that shit wide fucking open? Like, I have to imagine in a desert, there's also going to be, like, maybe, like, sand getting kicked up. No, like I said, this closes. I'm more talking about, like, second floor and shit. And even just looking outside here, this doesn't close. This is just all open right here on this balcony. But to some of the rooms, they just have actual openness that looks like there is no way of closing it down. Thanks for the 10 gift subs, Gregathy. Appreciate it, man. And the resub mage. The resub taco. Yeah, like dust storms and shit. Like, that has to be kind of common, right? No, you guys you're focusing on where I paused it. I'm talking about in the other places we saw. I recognize this closes off here. Past that, with this balcony, it doesn't. It clearly stops here. But I'm talking about like in the second floor, they had like rooms where it seems like it is just perpetually open to the outside. Gotcha. All right. Thought so. So it's going to be a lot of work for the maids that you'd hire. These are tier 1 Russell and tier 1 baritone. There's some taco, dude.
Let's not forget this, but I want to take everybody to this corner. By the way, this is the reflective glass wall that I was talking about that clads that bathroom. You have an additional seating area on this side. And Mikey, I don't know if your camera can show from this angle. We have these mounds on the back.
These are prime hope.
Such a scenic view, so different. And you can also see the rooftop of this home, or part of the rooftops, and it's all clad with these solar panels. This home actually has 300 solar panels.
Nice.
And house can easily sustain itself if it lost power from the city, because they have
It's a
some
bit tough.
battery chargers here as well. I believe they have some built-in batteries for the home, so you can really take advantage of those solar panels. Overall, great space, all open. And let's take everybody to the outdoors, which is where we have the sky deck. This space is phenomenal. We have built-in
this is
seating,
cool, yeah.
2 fire pits, elevated seating section on this side, and having an outdoor space like this right next to your sky
You watched the whole video?
makes the
Wow.
experience
I was at... Yeah, you're right. I actually kind of
You
got
have
drawn
the
into
entire
it.
city and the strip right in front of us.
This is like a
These
bafflingly
views are
weird
phenomenal.
house.
And that's pretty much it for the tour of this home. But as we always do, we're going to spend
You weren't
4
wrong. This
hours
shit was
here, wait for the
goofy.
sun to go down so we can see
Hey,
the
fuck yeah.
place.
Thanks for the raid, Atrioc. Hope you had a great stream. You just missed a, well, basically $25 million to commit suicide in this house. There's no way anyone's living here for an extended period of time. Hope you had a great stream. Thank you, Big A. Thanks to the Prime Lurkers and Bits Pope. And hey, Void. I've been really enjoying your sheet clips on Twitter. Thanks for resub, Napoleon. Looks better at night. Well, that's what I said. Also, this is cute. I like how they're taking it of just the city so you don't see all the dirt and nothingness and barren wasteland in front of the house, which we already saw. Very clever. Very good, Ines. Very good. Textbook.
All right, everyone, that's it for the tour. What an incredible property. I mean, look at the views right behind me. We have the strip and entire Las Vegas.
That is cool.
My hat's off to Blue Heron for doing a phenomenal job with this build. I loved all the architectural lines and finishes they used throughout with the stone and steel elements. Overall, it's a beautiful property. And again, big thanks to them for getting us in here, allowing us to tour their amazing development and share it with all of you. As always, we will leave more information about the property and Blue Heron down in the description of this video. Lastly,
Hey, thanks,
if
Ines.
you enjoyed the tour, just make sure to give us a like, subscribe.
I'll have to pass on this one, though.
We'll see you guys
Not enough
next
rocks.
week.
Well, you weren't wrong. That was far sillier than I expected it to be. Surely this isn't the same house, right? I can't tell. All these like modern designs look very similar to me. It says Spain, does it? Oh, yeah, you're right. Marbella, Spain. Thanks for 5 gift subs, MXL. Gift sub Luigi. Watch NS's newest video. He checks out Will Smith's $2.5 million motorhome. We've already seen that, though. We saw that a long time ago. It's cool, but it's not as like wacky and wild as you'd expect. This is like a motorhome that like breathes. I don't know. It's closer to a transformer than a motor. You know, fuck it. We'll just watch it again. I haven't seen Ines go
What's up,
through it.
everybody? It's Ines here, and welcome to another episode.
Yeah, it's like a cool little
Austin,
Autobot.
Texas. Right behind me is Will Smith's RV. It's 2 stories, 1,200 square feet of interior space, valued around $2.5 million. And on the second floor, we have a hydraulic system that raises it 42 inches. It is truly one of a kind. We've never toured anything like this, and I want to give big thanks to Anderson Mobile Estates for allowing us to tour this amazing vehicle.
How about giving a thank you to Will Smith?
And now, let's begin.
It's his RV. These are tier 1 sour grapes in the Prime Impulse. Probably gave it to him to sell. Maybe.
First off, this mobile home is just massive. It has this really nice champagne texture on the exterior, and on the second floor you can see this entire glass section. That is basically your second floor, and with a push of a button, 8 pistons pushes up this RV and raises it 42 inches, and that's how you get that 1,200 square feet volume.
It is pretty cool.
Outdoor awning here. This is your main entrance, and this is an automatic door. So with a push of a button, it opens up and you go straight in. Now, this particular model has 2 pretty good size slide outs. We have the one right in front of us, and this is how you gain all that extra volume on the interior. And looking at the wheels of this thing, even the wheels are kind of cool.
Oh yeah, those are heavy duty.
And another distinct detail on the exterior I want to
And I'll tell you right, I don't give a fuck about the wheels,
we have
bro.
all these
I really
kind of
don't.
seamless and frameless glass windows, they're also reflective and kind of has that mirror finish, so you get this awesome reflection of the exterior, and yet on the inside you get that shaded effect which reduces the heat that comes into the unit, and again it looks very futuristic. I love the color palette. Now I want to take everybody up front. We have 2 AC units for this mobile home, and each one of the units are 5 tons. And to give everybody a little bit of scale and reference, 5-ton AC unit can easily cool off a 3,000 square foot home in Texas. So that's definitely overkill, but I love it. I love that they thought of everything. And now let's go inside.
Thank you. This is what I care about.
All right, everyone, here we are at the entry. First, I want to take everybody this way, and this is where we have the dining area. Built-in table set up with this really unique design. You can actually fold this table in half if needed. This table alone was $12,000. You have a built-in leather seat here. Windows are bringing natural lights.
That was 12 grand?
And this is where Will Smith dines. Super cool. Right on the other side, we have the kitchen, but we're going to tour that in a bit. Now I want to bring everybody here to the living room area. Another built-in seating with a leather couch. You have all this extra cabinetry here.
Thank you for the 25 gift subs en route. Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
17 slabs to basically deck out this entire.
Appreciate the fat drop.
It's just pretty awesome. It's just pretty crazy. Look at the volume here. All those slide outs are bringing so much volume.
What's on TV?
Space for the interior.
This thing must weigh a ton.
30 tons to be exact. Without the vehicle up front, just the trailer alone. It's pretty crazy. And Mikey, look over there. Well, let's first show it. I mean, we have this mirror design here. This is your makeup area, by the way. You have a TV on the back, but with a push of a button, I'm just gonna come to the screen right here.
He's a prime Koopa Troopa.
How cool is that?
Very cool. And those lights also fold out as well.
Correct. And these windows,
Mikey's very knowledgeable.
Windows that we saw on the outside are bringing so much light, and it's just an awesome
These
vehicle
are
to look
Joe.
at. And by the way,
These
you
are
guys may
Monster.
be wondering, like, where are you guys are at?
Prime wizened.
So this is an RV resort.
I really don't care about the RV resort. I just want to see Will Smith's RV.
Mobile homes. And they brought 5 of their models here and created basically a resort.
There's 5 gift
with
subs.
An outdoor hangout area,
Cappuccino.
spa, koi pond, and it's in Austin, Texas. And we're getting a chance to tour the units, but really we're getting the whole experience here, and it's pretty awesome. It's kind of one of a kind.
This is our first shoot in Austin, and I guess it's that kind of awesome and weird that everyone likes, you know?
Absolutely, and each one of these mobile homes were used by celebrities. I mean, we have the RV of Jennifer Lopez here.
What the fuck is that? Bro, shit looks like a meat locker. Wow. Damn, that's hardcore. That's like something out of Twisted Metal. Bro, that thing just looks mean.
Here, Vin Diesel, Simon Cowell, and list goes on and on and on, and it's kind of awesome, but my personal favorite is this one, Will Smith's, and then let's continue our tour.
Yeah.
Now, we have the main TV here, granite countertops, hardwood floors throughout, and on the ceiling we have the cove lighting detail, LED lights, AC diffusers are nicely recessed into the ceiling. And come in here, we have all these storage closets. Right behind me is actually a door. How do you like that sound?
Very futuristic sounding.
Star Trek door.
Yeah.
Like that. And we have this room here. Now, this room is really important because this is where Will Smith gets ready. You have the makeup artist here come through this exterior door on the back, and you have all these.
This is where
closets.
Will Smith gets ready?
You have the small mirror here.
Let's go!
Top seating area, and by the way, you can easily convert this room to a bedroom because this is a pull-out bed. So it's this awesome space, and this is where Will Smith got ready for some of his movies, such as Men in Black 3, Wall-E, and Pursuit of Happiness. How cool is that?
Wait, how long has he had this?
Piece of Hollywood history here.
Yeah, it's really cool, and some of y'all might be wondering why it's segmented like this. Typically, on these film sets, they'll have 3 or 4 different trailers for makeup, wardrobe, these kinds of things. But they have this door here, they can seal this off. This can kind of be wardrobe department.
Or production segment, you know, whatever.
Exactly, yeah. He can get his makeup done in the other room, and then move in here, wardrobe, and then straight out that door to the set.
Perfect.
Absolutely.
That makes sense.
We got a chance to talk to Ron, who is the owner of the company. He said that a lot of times in these sets, it becomes an issue because the talent needs to go from one trailer to another. You need to bring the security. Will Smith personally really likes this one because he has everything under one roof, and that way it's convenient for him, and it's just a time saver.
Yeah.
All right, now let's go back to the entry again. Dining area.
Does it have
on
like
the
a
right,
mounted
and on the
turret, you
left,
think?
we
Like a
have the
phalanx
kitchen.
gun or
You
something
get a
cool?
full-size stainless steel fridge here, your microwave, induction cooktop. I like this
Thanks to the
glass
prime
backsplash detail. And you have your
Speedman.
cabinetry, dishwasher drawer, and this side we have the sink. I gotta show this detail. So these granite countertops are actually very thin because they back layer this epoxy and fiberglass finish. So they're really, really durable, but they also serve as a nice little sleek cover for your sink. Super cool. Curved cabinetry. If you look around, all the edges are curved, and this is not a cheap detail to pull off. I'm really glad that they did that. It just kind of softens up the space. And we have this staircase
Yeah,
taking
baby.
you to the space between the first and second floor, and this door opens up to your full bathroom. Now this
There's a
bathroom
prime
has
legend.
everything you need. You have a walk-in shower here, clad with granite. It's
And
also
prime
a steam
Kez.
shower. And around the corner you have your vanity, granite countertops, upper cabinets, recessed lights, toilet setup right here. And this is an interesting space between the first floor and second floor. And we have
Looks a bit
these granite
claustrophobic.
stairs
I mean, it's an RV,
taking
man.
us to the top floor
Of course it will
this
be.
RV.
Where's the bedroom at in this place, though, huh? Where's Will Smith get some sleep? Oh, there it is. And that must be where his wife cheats on him. Little
Now, this is
extramarital
really interesting.
affairs
We've
up
never
there, huh?
been on a second floor in an RV. It's kind of crazy. I can't wrap my head around it, you know?
Yeah, like we're pretty elevated here. I feel like we're like at least 20
I mean, it
feet
raised
around.
fucking 42
Easily,
inches
yeah.
off of it.
We
Of
get
course you're
great
gonna be
views.
elevated.
All those frameless windows are bringing a ton of natural light. And just think about it. Not only this RV has slide outs that comes
Thanks to
and
the bits
collapses
pure.
in, you have a second floor that goes up. So the engineering behind all these flashings and the way you collapse your walls, it's truly one of a kind. I mean, hats off to Anderson Mobile Estates. Designing something like this, building it, sustaining it, is pretty awesome. It's just awesome.
And what is like setup time? Because I see some things that look permanent, but I guess they expand it and then they kind of attach these things.
Give or take half an hour.
Wow.
And this one in particular, it's fully opened up, and they've, since it's kind of like an RV resort now, they have extra sealants on top. So it's
Wow.
not something that they can kind of collapse it back pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But on a normal shoot, they can just bring this trailer, set it up in half an hour. It's ready to use.
That's pretty awesome.
Pretty awesome, right? Now, second floor, right there, we have a 100-inch drop-down projector screen. This is your projector.
Well, that's pretty cool.
And it's just awesome. You have automatic shades throughout. And let's go check out
Was that
the
really
lighting.
100
And
inches?
it's just awesome. Drop-down projector screen.
I feel like he's lying to me. There's literally 0% chance that's 100-inch. 100-inch would be much more than that. Camera makes it look smaller, you think? I don't know, man. Maybe you're right. I just find that hard to believe. I feel like you're just making some shit up. This looks like maybe a 50-inch.
This is your projector.
What do I know?
and it's just awesome. We have automatic shades throughout, and let's go check out the lounging area here. We have a small fridge, granite countertops, all these leather sofas that are built in, and if you're wondering what are these like sides here, this is where you have your AC vents. So they've utilized with the granite countertops and made it a shelf, but all these openings are your AC diffusers. We have the center section here with some storage areas, your touch screen to control all the amenities, and this is where Will Smith watches a movie, hangs out. So cool.
Practices his lines.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it's linear, it's cool, and something about this elevation I can't wrap my head around.
There's a
It's
prime
cool.
babe.
Yeah, it's like one of those viewing decks on like those double-decker trains.
Absolutely. All right, let's continue our tour. We have this door opening up to the bedroom that is located on the back end. You have a double bed here, and this is where Will Smith sleeps. And
oh, that's so cool.
You have automatic shades.
That's so
over
cool.
here.
Will Smith sleeps
Skylight
there? Oh
above.
my god.
This bed setup is a little bit elevated. It definitely gives it a cozy vibe. And around the corner, you have a built-in office desk with granite countertops. We have 14 TVs in this RV, over $125,000 worth of natural stone, 1,200 square feet, valued at around $2.5 million. It is without a doubt one of the most unique vehicles we have ever seen on this channel.
That was very unique. I only remembered a little of that. I don't remember who toured it last time, but someone went around and like speed ran it. Ines gave so much more care to it. Treated her with the respect she deserved.
Alright everyone, that's it for Will Smith's RV tour. I hope you all enjoyed this video. We're so lucky to get these opportunities to tour these incredible assets like the homes, yachts, and in this case, Will Smith's RV. I want to give big thanks to Anderson Mobile Estates for allowing us to do this tour.
What was the miles per gallon?
And as always, you can find more information about them.
I don't know,
in the
man. Ask
description of this
Anderson.
video. Lastly, if you
Anderson.
enjoyed the tour, make sure to give us
He'll
a
know.
like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week.
Incredible asses. Amen, brother. Amen. Incredible asses indeed. Yeah, we watched the When Blackmailing a Drug Lord Goes Wrong. That was the first one we watched today. Kira fucking killed it on that one. That was so good. Alright, I'm getting tired. I think I'm gonna go to bed. Thanks for the bits, Mac. Alright, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. To everyone who donated, big thanks. New subs, welcome aboard. A sub means a lot, so thank you for subbing. Appreciate the generosity. Thanks to resub RK. Tomorrow, today, Moist Esports plays winners final for the regional. We play BDS at 11 a.m. EST, which is, what's that? A little less than 8 hours from, or a little more than 8 hours from now. No, Jesus Christ. Yeah, 8 hours and 12 minutes from now. So, hope to see you all there. It's a really big tournament for us. And yeah, thanks again, everyone. Let me see who's streaming. I'll toss you to... Following's not loading. Hold on. Here, I'll toss you to Scoots. He's going for a perfect game in Wii Sports Bowling. Oh, he hasn't even started yet. It's been 4 minutes. Yeah, I'll publish the VOD. See you tomorrow, everyone. Thanks again. See ya.